Welcome to the Horror Hangout, a podcast where film fans watch the best and worst horror movies of all time and talk about them. My name is Ben Errington, and today I'm joined by regular co-host Mr.
Andy Conduit Turner back again. How's it going, Ben?
Back again. He's here every week, this guy. Can't get enough. Oh, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm pretty good. We're getting
Good,
by,
good.
aren't we?
We're
Weekend's
getting
never
by.
long enough, but we soldier on.
We are soldiering on every week. Plus, a very, very special guest. Shannon Fletcher is a horror content creator, horror reviewer, and collector. Welcome to the show, Shannon. Hello.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here and be
Honored.
invited.
We are honored to be in your company. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks so much. We've been enjoying your horror journey since you kind of started posting. Time's gonna fly by, isn't it? It's gonna be longer than I think it is. I've been doing this for years, Andy. Catch up.
No, actually, so on the 29th of April, I will have been posting for a year.
Happy birthday slash
Thank
It's
anniversary.
only a
you.
year.
Yeah, so I've always posted like my horror collection and my love of horror films, but actually posting reviews and interviews and more specific content, I've only been doing it for a year.
Oh, wow. Well, happy almost birthday.
On day of release, if this puts out on a Wednesday,
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
it'll be on the day.
oh my God. We
Amazing. Happy birthday to Spooky Fox Horror.
happy birthday, Spooky Fox Hour. I mean, yeah, for everybody like listening, if they're not aware of your content, it's on. So you're on it. Is mainly Instagram, right? Spooky Fox Hour.
Instagram and TikTok, but I'm a lot more consistent on Instagram.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
TikTok confuses me a little bit.
It is a little bit confusing at the old TikTok. Andy, you a little bit confused by TikTok?
It's a young person's game, Ben. I have made the deliberate choice to stay out of it.
I still try to use it. I mean, mainly for like horror hangout content, but it is a little bit confusing. But Instagram's where it's at, isn't it? Absolutely. Yeah, and
For
the sort of
sure.
stuff you do like movie reviews. Obviously, you show off your collection, events, and things like that.
Yeah, I go to a lot of horror conventions. I've interviewed directors, actors. I've done remote coverage for a couple of film festivals.
Yeah, I think that might have been where I first saw your content was when you were doing remote coverage of last year's Fright Fest, I think.
Yeah, I think that's when I followed you back because you had the coolest like microphone
Oh
that's got
yeah.
horror hangout on it, and I was like, their microphone is sick.
The
So I think
microphone.
that's when I started following you.
Well, I'm glad the microphone's got some fans. Our microphone journey's probably been as intense as any other journey, right, Andy? We started off with teeny tiny little microphones. We were made fun of a little bit.
Yeah.
Not that
Like
size matters,
horrible bullies, but it's okay because we sorted them out.
but horrible bullies. People approached us on the street, accosted us, and made fun of our microphone size.
What?
Well,
Yeah, I
where
know.
where are they now, Ben?
Who
I'll never
knows?
tell.
No one knows. Yeah, and then I think we added like the pink thing. What do you call that thing? Fluffy thing,
Like a
foamy thing.
yeah, like a lovely cover is what it
Yeah,
is.
we added that, and now we've got like the little box and everything as well. So yeah,
You shouldn't judge a man by the size of his microphone.
no,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's the hotness of the takes you're spitting into it is what it is.
And if anything, the
I've
microphone's
also got a little one,
Look at
yes.
that, you
a
see?
teeny tiny one that I've started my journey with, and I've just today, because I've been having issues with this one, ordered the slightly newer version of this one.
Yeah.
And then hopefully in time for Fright Fest, because I'm hoping to go, I'm also ordering a big presentery one.
Oh, yes.
That's what you need. Well, the good thing is, Shannon, is that even though we've gone on that journey, the core microphone at the center of the stick and the cover and the box and
Still the
everything,
same.
still the same one. They're just there. The beating hearts is the
Yeah,
same thing.
So all this shows you is that, it doesn't really matter about the size of it, but it's what you add to it.
Accessorize.
It's the accessories you add that make it that important. Oh my
Oh,
it's
God.
how you customize it.
It is how
exactly.
you customize it, yeah.
We hope we'll see you there live then in
Yep.
August down at
What?
Fright Fest.
I really hope so.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be amazing. Fright Fest is always a good time. What would this be? Year six or for your five or six? For
I don't
us,
know,
Andy?
man. They all merge into one, don't they?
They
So
do.
many. It's a permanent. We're a permanent fixture around there these days.
Well,
Exactly.
even though I was doing coverage from home last year, it was really intense because my little one was only just a year old, pretty much.
Mm.
So I was getting up at like 4, 5 in the morning before she woke up to watch a film, write notes, and then when my partner got in from work, I would film for a couple of hours, and then I would watch more films after she went to bed.
Oh my
And I proper
God.
burnt myself out trying to like do the content, but it was my first time covering any festival.
Mm.
So I just wanted to put my absolute all into it. So
You
Yeah, absolutely.
did a wicked job. Like
Yeah.
thank
especially
you.
like anyone who is trying to juggle like doing the amount of content you put out and put together with having a family, with having a job, whatever it is that's doing it, like you can really tell the people who are passionate about doing it because you you put yourself on the line to get these things done. And yeah, I really liked your reviews. What was your we're going back into the memory palace now, I know, but what were your highlights from the festival last year? Any favorites that have stuck with you?
Oh, so I really liked The Herm.
Mm.
That
Oh yeah.
really creeped
Oh,
me out.
Pete
I
Davidson.
really, you'll know when we get into Autopsy of Jane Doe, I really like horror films that are a bit more suspense and eerie vibes rather than straight up gore. Well, that's what scares me more if it's eerier.
Mm.
Also Marshmallow,
Oh yeah,
because
Marshmallow was good.
that would have made a banging X-Files
Yeah.
episode. And I messaged the director and I was like, I loved this. And
Yeah.
I said that this would have made an incredible X-Files case. Sculder and Mully would have been Mulder and Scully would have been all over
It's
this.
got to be
Legally
in that order.
distinct. Yeah, yeah.
And they actually replied and was like, we are a fan of the X-Files and we were thinking of
Yeah,
X-Files storylines during the writing and
absolutely.
stuff.
Because we're getting a new
Powerful
season as
Goosebumps
well.
energy, but like slightly more adult oriented in the events that happen, but it's got big Goosebumps energy. And I didn't just imagine this, right? Sequel incoming?
Yeah,
Question
I
Oh,
mark.
feel that.
confirmed?
I also really liked Pig Hill because I do like a sort of a crime horror.
Mm. Yeah. There are so many films that I watch, not just at Fright Fest, but at other festivals and in general that I go, that would make a great X-Files episode.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's always a good stamp of approval, isn't it,
Bus
really?
journeys like that on occasion.
Bus journeys.
Yeah.
Uh, right. Yeah, so obviously Fright Fest and then any other events you've covered yet? Is that the only one so far?
I covered Grimfest last year
Oh, yeah,
actually.
nice.
Ah, yes.
But I didn't actually review that many films from it because I reached out to quite a few of the sources that were sent, and a
Mm,
lot didn't reply. I think
yeah.
timing was a bit of an issue because I heard a couple of people say last year
Yeah.
that screeners were sent like on the day or even after
Oh, wow, okay.
the embargo and stuff.
That does happen, doesn't it? We've definitely
Yeah.
experienced that for various
The
festivals
true
as well.
horrors of this world we face are the real nightmares that live inside everyone's inbox, right? Admin is
It's always the
Yeah.
one
relentless
you
when you
really
can.
want that doesn't come in and say, I really want to see
Yeah.
that. God damn it.
Well, if that
Grimfest,
cheers
though.
you up from the horrors of nightmare of admin, guys, I can confirm that both director and cast are returning for a Marshmallow sequel.
Oh, nice.
Yay!
Hell yeah. Amazing news. Yeah, and then obviously when you attend events as well and sort of like talk about your collectibles. So you went to For the Love of Horror, um, just recently, right? When was that? Last weekend? Weekend before?
Yeah, weekend before
Yeah,
last.
that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, this year I went to Horrified in Crawley, which was a
Oh,
really good convention, but I wouldn't recommend Crawley.
oh no.
It wasn't the best place. Um, because we went to a couple of pubs and there was ants on the table in the pub we went to.
Oh my God.
So we was just a bit traumatized. This
Carrying
isn't
your
a
pint away.
reflection of everyone in Crawley and everywhere in Crawley, but we
People are
just
nice, ants not so much.
yeah, we just didn't have the best experience.
Yeah. Oh.
Um,
I
we
mean,
went
to
to
be honest, they've missed a huge branding opportunity there. Why didn't you call it Creepy Crawly?
Creepy Crawley, yeah. Um, well, the first,
Fundamentals, guys, the basics.
The answer is glass collecting. That's it. Give him a job.
well, we had a right situation because the hotel that we first booked into, there was also like insects in the hotel, and that
Some
wasn't the
sort of
cleanest
theme going
either.
on.
Yeah.
Oh my
So we
God.
had a bit of an issue in Crawley, but Horrified was a great convention.
Mm.
The merch was really good there. Robert Englund was also there.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Um,
Freddy himself.
yeah, and then we did For the Love of Horror. We're also at For the Love of Horror in November and HorrorCon in Sheffield in June.
Oh yeah, I've heard good things about HorrorCon in Sheffield.
Yeah, we're also going to Weird Worcester,
Okay.
weird Worcester.
which
See, they've got the alliterative name
They've
down.
got it down. The old weird Worcester.
yeah, which I've not been there before, but that's like a horror
Mm.
film collector thing. I think they've got the um is it the Maniac Cop people there or something?
Oh
Matt
yeah.
Cardle himself.
Matt Cardle. X Factor's own Matt Cardle. Is the actor who played the Maniac Cop no longer with us?
I have no idea.
Have I added that? Have I just like killed him before his time?
Give me a lot to look up here today, Ben.
What would you say about with horror conventions? What is it you tend to look for? Is it more like the guests? Is it more like the merch or the collectibles?
So I am a merch and a figure collector, so that is a big thing.
Hmm.
Also I have previously met some of my horror like Holy Grail guests. So I met Bill Moseley like 2 years ago.
Oh, amazing.
House of 1000 Corpses has been my favorite horror film since I was literally 6 years old. So I was so excited to meet him.
Oh wow, 6 years old. I'd
Yeah.
love to know the scenario that ended up with you watching that at 6 years old.
So I've been watching horror films since I was like 5.
Hmm.
And basically like my dad had a lot of horror films and I would always say to him with like the original Stephen King's It and stuff, I would say, "Can I please watch this?"
Hmm.
And he would say, "All right, I'll put it on. If you get scared, let me know and I'll turn it
Yeah,
off."
that's
I
a good
didn't get
attitude.
scared ever. So I watched a lot of the Stephen King classics and stuff from like 5, and then somehow watched Corpses at 6, and it's been my favorite film ever since.
Dads are absolutely hardcore, aren't they?
Yeah.
The dads are just like,
Loose units.
yeah, what's that? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, stick on. Well, so you didn't even have nightmares or anything. You were
I was scared of E.T.
absolutely nails. Oh yeah, I mean I can get that. Yeah, E.T. E.T. when he's all white and wrinkly
Oh my God, yeah. So
on his last legs.
I would watch Saw, House of 1000 Corpses. I remember watching one of the Amityville Horrors when I was really young, where a girl like puts her finger in a bullet hole in her forehead. And like
Hey.
I remember that being a bit grim, but it never scared me. But E.T., a film for
Yeah.
children, gave me nightmares
He
all
is
the
Well,
terrifying,
time.
the old E.T., isn't he? With his...
but buckle up though, Shannon, because you know you mentioned and you hopefully make it to Fright Fest this year. You know, after 5 days of like no vegetables, early mornings, late nights, and sitting in a cinema watching horror films, that's what every fucker looks like by the Monday. All desiccated we
Elliot.
are.
Andy, what's E.T. short for?
Um,
Don't do a smart
Edward,
answer.
the
What's E.T. short for?
extraterrestrial.
Because he got little legs.
Ah.
Yes, yes. Hook, line, and sinker. Got you in there. Yeah, E.T. always scared me a little bit. I think I started my horror journey probably at a similar age to you, Shannon, but I was definitely absolutely terrified by loads of stuff. Nightmares. I don't know about bedwetting, but something. But I continued. And it was my mum to blame, not my dad. It was my mum. My mum would like just go, "Yeah, you'll be all right with this." Like The Exorcist or Event Horizon or yeah, something like that.
I feel like parents used to be a lot, not less caring, but less conscious
Yeah.
because not horror related, but 2 days ago I watched Norbit, which is an Eddie Murphy comedy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I remember loving that as a child and thinking it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But me and Raven were sat watching it, and she's too young to understand half of it. But I was just like, oh my God, like the amount of swearing and
Oh
like
God.
rude jokes and
Yeah.
nudity. Like I had to turn around for one inappropriate scene and make her face me. Um, but parents just didn't used to care. Like we used to watch all sort. Like
Yeah.
I know there's a generation difference between us, but like parents just didn't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah. I think I totally
Had the
agree.
childhood from Stranger Things, just rode around on my bike, local characters that you had to avoid.
No Vecna
Watch out
got
for
you.
that man who offers you jelly babies. The red ones are poison. The other
God.
colours are fine, sucker. Um, local youths that would like beat you up. Just people who were on the cusp of being
Yeah.
adults, but would like beat you up as children just around there.
Like a Stephen King bully.
Yeah, Henry
Carve their name into
Bowers
your belly.
just carving you up with a knife.
It was all character building.
Yeah.
It was very character building, exactly. And we wouldn't have a horror podcast if it wasn't for that, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be completely different. Moving on from that, because I'm gonna ask you about your Mount Rushmore of horror icons. I'm assuming one person you've mentioned already might be. I don't know if I cut you off actually, Shannon. Who else did you manage to meet at some of these events? Did you say?
Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich,
Nice.
when they went to For the Love of Horror in 2021.
Mm.
Yeah, so I would have loved to have met Sid Haig, who
Mm.
plays Captain Spaulding in House of 1000 Corpses. But I think he passed away in 2016.
Yeah, it was a little while ago he passed away, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, and I almost got a ticket to go see Brad Dourif at For the Love of Horror.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's my last like ultimate guest I'd love to meet that
Mm.
I'm hoping one day he'll come back to the UK.
Yeah. I don't know what to say to these people, you know? You always feel like you want to say, I want to say something that no one's ever said to them, but then when you get close, you just go, hello, I'm a
That's
fan.
probably appreciable. Hello, nice to meet you.
Well,
Hello, nice to
when
meet
I
you.
got Bill Moseley's autograph, he said to me like, "What would you like me to sign?" And I was like, "Can you please sign Who's Your Daddy?" Because that's my favorite quote that Otis says. I grew up with a crush on Otis. I've still got a crush on Otis, I'm sorry. But I asked him to sign Who's Your Daddy? And he did like a cheeky giggle and was like, that's a good one. And I was like, oh my God, this old man knows that I'm thirsting over him. And his like
He
wife
probably
or
still
handler
remembers that.
lady was like glaring at me. And I was like, oh my God.
He probably
It's
gets
usually
it.
their partner as well, Shannon. She's got your number now.
I was just like, I'm just like subconsciously flirting with this old man.
Oh,
And
all right.
this person's glaring at me.
They were probably just thinking, yeah, don't call him daddy.
That's
He's
what
my daddy.
that's what Lloyd Kaufman's wife probably thought when you were chatting him up the other day, Ben.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened to me. Rather than, yeah, I chatted up Lloyd Kaufman. Like, what did he
He
say?
said,
What did he say? Oh, he told me I smelt nice.
Oh, nice.
and his wife was there like,
Yeah, his wife was there like, can I have a sniff? She didn't say that. She didn't say that.
um,
Okay. Sorry, Andy, go on.
to say while you're in memorandums, Ben, just to quote what they said, Robert Zadar, who played Matt Cardle, the maniac cop, unfortunately we did lose him in 2015.
Oh, rest in peace,
Maniac cop.
Maniac Cop.
I
You would have.
think, sorry, I think I might have actually got it confused. I think it might be the zombie flesh eater people or
Okay.
someone from that
Mhm.
that's going to Weirdbuster. I know it's like a obscure,
Yeah.
gory franchise
That's
that's going to
another
be
one we haven't
there.
covered on here, isn't it, Andy? We did
No
discuss
zombie
that
flashes.
recently.
We got so much horror left to complete, Ben. Don't
I've
worry, we
never
got.
seen it, but I need to.
Mm. Is
Yeah.
that the one with the zombie versus a shark under the water? We've all seen that clip, haven't we?
Yeah, but is it zombie flesh eaters? Only time will tell.
Like a zombie getting ready to fight a shark. And it looks like a
I've
real
not
shark
seen
as
that.
well.
That sounds epic.
It does sound epic, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, so in terms of your Mount Rush horror, your Mount Rushmore of horror, who would you include on there? Or I guess would you include any of the people you just mentioned?
Okay, so first I would go with Chucky.
Okay.
Specifically him in like Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, where his face is all like
Like a little bit
sewn back
stapled.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved Chucky growing up. Is one of the first horror characters I think of. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan. I like the series. The series was okay, but I wasn't a fan of the later Chucky movies.
Yeah. We mentioned this last week, didn't we, Andy? The like remake or reboot one as well. That was a bit weird.
Yeah, the reboot one, varying opinions. You got a text message from
Child's
Rich
Play
saying, hard agree,
2019.
hard disagree.
Is that it?
Um, I actually think as a standalone film, I
Mm.
think Child's Play 2019 is okay. I don't think it should have used the like Chucky name.
Yeah.
It was Mark Hamill, wasn't it? Who voiced
Yeah, Mark
him?
Hamill voiced Aubrey Plaza as the mum. So it's like wicked cast.
Yeah.
It does suffer
I
from comparison though.
I think the film was good. I think it was actually better than Megan, which is a bit of a hot take.
I
But
mean, in terms of a horror film, yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah,
Megan's just a silly action sci-fi thing, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, I just don't think the Chucky name should have been used. But at For the Love of Horror, Alex Vincent did a Q&A and he was talking about it, and I think the license ran out for one company, so another took it over, did that
Oh, I
film,
see.
and then they re-went with a different company.
Yeah. We are
Um,
getting a new one as well. We talked about it on Horror
Yeah.
News
yes,
last week.
that's exciting. But yeah,
Mm.
I don't think it's a like bad film. I think it's just not a Child's Play Chucky
Yeah.
Mm.
film. I think that's the issue.
You liked
And
the series, didn't you, Andy?
how hard did you have to think whether you were going to put Chucky on in his Bride of Chucky like appearance, or did Tiffany ever threaten him to take that place on the mountain?
Well, I don't know. That's my favorite Chucky. Like I have the figure of like that one, and it's my favorite.
Mm.
Bride of Chucky's always been my favorite Child's Play film.
It's a
Yeah,
great movie.
absolutely. Okay. Wait, how many have we done? Just one?
Who's next?
One, yeah.
Number two?
My second would be Captain Spaulding. I did toy between using Otis Driftwood or Captain Spaulding, but Spaulding is the iconic face of the franchise, and we
Yeah.
need to honour Sid Haig, so it obviously had to be him.
I think that might be the first instance of Captain Spaulding
Yeah, I think it is.
On a Mount Rush horror on this show, which is surprising, I think. Great choice.
Good choice.
Um,
Sketching these out as we go for the engineers.
Third would be Sam from Trick or Treat.
Oh my God, that's another great one, isn't it?
This is
Again,
Thank you.
shaping aesthetically very nicely. Look at
yeah.
this.
Yeah, they're all a bit kooky. They're all,
No, I like it. It's good. Would you have the old lollipop carved into the rock as well? You'd have to, wouldn't you?
oh, absolutely. I have
Yeah.
actually got a tattoo of Sam from Trick or Treat
Oh
on
my
my arm
God,
with the
yes.
pumpkin.
Amazing.
Very good.
Um, yeah, but I think if you was to introduce somebody to a horror film but they didn't want anything too intense, I think Trick or Treat's super fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I agree. It's a often overlooked film as
Yeah,
well, isn't it? I
also
think.
like he's so cute, but when he like someone's Achilles
Yeah.
with a candy bar with a blade, like that is so vicious. I love him.
Yeah, and when that mask comes off as well, I mean,
He looks so much cuter with the mask.
he looks a lot cuter with the mask. I always thought, I mean, he's literally just like a baby pumpkin head, isn't he? Like,
Yeah, he's so
that's
cute.
literally it. He's so cute. What's his problem, for God's sake? Again, I feel like that might be the first instance of Sam on
Yeah.
the old horror Mount
We
Rushmore
keep
as well.
flirting with a Trick or Treat 2, right?
Yes, they've been saying for like 10 years
Mm.
that there's going to be a sequel, and apparently, I think the script started getting written for it, and I've not seen anything since. So
Oh,
I'm really hoping.
I feel like I need to revisit that. That's another one I haven't seen in a fair while.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
Okay, and the final rounding out your Mount Rush horror, Gemma.
So the final one is Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise
Mm,
because it's very iconic. Like even if you're not into horror, I feel like anyone could identify him.
mm,
And I do love Tim Curry's Pennywise, but I feel for me personally, the sort of 2010s era of horror was quite boring. Like The Conjuring, Insidious, Sinister, it was all very similar. Annabelle, like I'm not a fan of any of
yeah.
these sort of haunted movies. And I feel
80%
like,
Lin Shay getting strangled.
Lynn, give her a break, will you? Dead in the first film, comes back in every other one.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I feel like they was quite samey.
Mm,
And then when it Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 released, I feel like a lot of visuals for that were genuinely scary. I feel like those films really stepped that era of horror up a
yeah,
lot. And obviously Pennywise is the face of that. And even though it's been a few years, like It Welcome to Derry had like record-breaking views
oh
and
yeah. Did
it
you saw that as well?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's really good as well. So I'm like
I loved
His
it. Yeah.
Pennywise is that iconic that he brought it back after years and it's still just as popular, if not more so.
Like,
He he
and
added so
such a
much to the character
success.
as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
Sorry,
such a
Andy.
success of bringing a character differently. Because I know, Shannon, you're a fan. Like, imagine the uphill battle that Jackie Earl Haley had trying to do another take of Freddy Krueger, and
Hmm.
the fans maybe didn't embrace that. I mean, I do need to watch it again. Maybe it needs a reappraisal a few years later, the Nightmare on Elm Street, because it does do some interesting things, but it's really hard to overdo such a well-loved performance. And
Mm.
Yeah,
you would have thought that you would have had a real hard time because people love Tim Curry still.
mhm.
How do you do something different so people don't reject that? And he did it incredibly well. People love it.
Yeah. I did see this morning actually. I think Lee Cronin wants to do a Nightmare on Elm Street,
Oh,
and I
okay.
think any Nightmare on Elm Street is gonna do bad without Robert Englund. No matter who
Yeah.
takes it on, I just think people aren't gonna view it the same.
Mm.
Yeah. I think-
It's a difficult one. It hinges so much on that performance and that character, doesn't it? Where I feel like Pennywise, you know, while it does hinge on that character, of course, I feel like it's maybe slightly easier to give a different take on it. Um, or wonky eyes Pennywise as well. I mean, it's going to be pretty easy to carve his forehead into the rock as well because it's all quite rocky and and
Yeah.
flaky on his head anyway, isn't it?
We'll have to
Yeah.
get a lovely chalk seam, I think, for where we do Pennywise's head.
You say everyone should mention Pennywise. It's so funny you should say that because I was watching a clip of something earlier and they were talking about like, oh, the top 10 worst footballer tattoos, and somebody had Pennywise on their back, like a full back piece.
Oh,
And
wow.
the people who were going through the list were like, who's this creepy clown then? And they've got on his back. And I was like,
How
excuse
do you
me?
not know?
How on earth could you not know? It's just because it's one of those characters that transcends like horror and mainstream, doesn't it? Like everyone knows who Pennywise is. Come on.
Yeah. Same with Freddy, like Freddy Krueger, like in the day of them releasing, he was on like MTV, he was on children's shows.
Mm.
I think he was at like a Nickelodeon award show or something. He was on kids' lunchboxes, like
Kids'
he
lunchboxes
transcended anything.
when he famously killed children as well.
That's a laugh, isn't it? It's fine. Don't worry about it. I think that's a pretty good Mount Rush horror. I
That's a
think
brilliant one.
I think
Thank you.
the variation in the visual, we like to think of something that's like visually that's got a nice variety, and I think that's pretty good. Andy, you
Yeah.
getting to work on it
I
ASAP.
will get the engineers to work. I'm just going to need a
Mm.
big sort of valley. I can do all of these like guest ones. As I start going through the IMDb, Ben, I might have to start at certain points. Once I get to the point of the episode synopses where I am, when people have Mount Rushmore, I'm going to start capturing it in the trivia
Yeah.
so we
Mhm.
can get there.
I did
If
want to like constantly make images of every single one, but I think it was just
a lot.
it was just
I'm
one
doing
step
this work,
too
then I'm going
far.
to send you a list and I put a page
Yeah.
on the Notion. You can
Yeah.
start getting to work.
Yeah.
No using
Before
AI to do
I
it, though, Ben. I'm morally opposed to it.
before I decided on Pennywise, I was almost gonna say Shorty from Killer Clowns because I love Killer Clowns as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Um, and then I did contemplate what if all my choices were clowns because there
Yeah.
are a lot of good clowns in horror.
Yeah. That would be good. I'd be all over that, I think. Amazing. Right. Okay.
Good
So
choices.
amazing choices. Let's move on to horror news. So we got a few trailers this week. The first one is for a film called Leviticus. We have already spoken about the Evil Dead Burn trailer, but I will just quickly ask you, Shannon, if you saw that.
I have not actually seen the trailer. I got to a point now where I do try to avoid them because films
Yeah.
like um, Abigail really like showed you everything in the
Yeah.
trailer. And if you watch DVDs, like recently I watched Drag Me to Hell.
Hmm.
The trailers before films in the 2000s would show you a tiny little snapshot
Yeah.
or a couple of seconds, or just to give you a feeling like an immersion rather than show you the whole film. But now
Definitely.
they
Yeah.
show so much, I do try to avoid them where I can.
Yeah. Me too. And all the trailers I'm going to mention today, I haven't actually watched.
Yeah,
So
because you wanted to avoid them. Bring me back to the world of Red Pepper, his actual name, doing that thing where like it's just a person's narration going like, in a world where this thing happens about
Yeah,
this, and
that's
then
what
you
I
get like a
want.
little clip about the
Yes,
film.
absolutely. I am super excited for the next Evil Dead though because Evil Dead Rise was so good.
To be fair, the trailer's just a teaser. It's just a little snippet of a scene. You
Mhm.
don't see and you don't really see anything, and there's definitely no story points involved. So it was a nice sort of like little tease on that. But yeah, we got a trailer for a film called Leviticus, which is coming out on June the 19th. It's a queer supernatural horror film. It is directed by Adrian Chiarella. And it looks like what it's about. And again, sorry, I haven't watched the trailer, but go and watch it if you like. It so the tagline is called "It will never stop." There's some sort of creepy, horrible supernatural entity, and and it's taking the form of there's a two teenage boys either in a relationship or in some sort of they're desiring each other, and this supernatural entity takes the form of the other person to obviously horror and then horrible stuff ensues, I'm sure. But it's another debut feature, which is kind of crazy. I feel like that's all we're talking about lately is just debut features from people. So another great wave of new directors coming out. But yeah,
Mhm.
this looks interesting. June 19th. You know anything about this one, Andy?
No, like I literally saw when the teaser came out, you started posting about it, Ben, and I do try and
Mm.
because I know, especially for this, I'm gonna watch most stuff that comes out anyway. Like I try and keep a distance from some of the marketing now, but
Mm.
I'm up for it. Looks good.
I was trying to give you a synopsis, but for some reason on that page I didn't have a synopsis, so I tried my very best to remember what the hell it was about. Anyway, that's out on June 19th. We've also got a trailer for something called Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round.
Oh,
It's
I.
streaming exclusively on Screenbox May 19th. Um, Now I know, Shannon, you're a wrestling fan, aren't you?
I am. Yeah.
This looks just like Firefly Funhouse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does. And I've kind of seen some screenshots, and it's kind of like what they've done is so in terms of the story, after a mysterious bout of amnesia, a beloved children's television host struggles to piece together his fractured memories, only to find his once cheerful puppet co-stars are now behaving with sinister intent. So I guess it might be something between Willy's Wonderland and
Banana splits.
Banana Splits. Yeah, there was a horror film, Banana Splits, wasn't
Yeah, I mean, the original one was horrible.
there?
Used to be on
Yeah,
Big
yeah, yeah.
Breakfast, and I used to really not like it. But yeah, the horror film is yeah pre Willy's Wonderland and is mad.
Yeah. It's a screenwriter behind Dark Harvest and writer director Aidan Leary, another feature debut. Um, yeah. What do you think? What did you think of this when you saw it, Shannon?
I'm actually excited for this
Mm,
because I wasn't a fan of Longlegs when Longlegs released, even though
mm,
it had all the ingredients that I should have loved it. I
mm.
wasn't a fan. And on Disney Plus, there was, I think it's Mr. Crockett's
Oh yeah,
something, Mr.
yeah.
Crockett. I watched that around the same time, which is kind of similar.
Mm.
I enjoyed the Mr. Crockett film so much more than
Oh wow.
Longlegs,
Okay.
which really
Okay.
surprised me at the time. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun.
Mm. Yeah. It looks like good fun, doesn't it? I didn't see Mr. Crockett. But maybe I should now. You said that actually. To be fair.
It's going on the watch list, Ben. I've made a little note.
Get it straight on the watch. But yeah, but it does look like Firefly Funhouse in a way, doesn't it? Where like it kind of had that weird, like you didn't know what was real and what wasn't, what was in the imagination. And when they did that Bray Wyatt John Cena like match where it was just going through all the memories of that they had and all the Firefly Funhouse stuff, I always thought this would be a great like weird, surreal like horror film as well.
They've just let the Wyatts go.
Yeah, I know, I saw that. I mean, they weren't doing anything with them anyway, were they? Which is annoying.
No.
But I am annoyed because I do love Nikki Cross, and I feel like Nikki Cross when she was just original Nikki Cross, the wild woman. I loved her, and they did that superhero thing with her, and then they did the Wyatt thing. They just didn't do anything with them. It's crazy. It's just like there's so much like the stuff they're doing with Danhausen now proves that they can do surreal, oddball, weird stuff, doesn't it?
This year's WrestleMania was awful. The only good bit was Danhausen, Kit Wilson, and The Miz.
Yeah.
And they're three of my favorites.
I've not actually seen night two yet. I've only seen night one. So I actually stayed up to watch it for the first time in a long time. But
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I do like the Danhausen
First.
stuff. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think when WWE does do that little horror fit, like it's like I remember the debut of Bray Wyatt like as the Fiend was incredible, and then they kind of ruined it. Remember? Do you remember that match with Seth Rollins where like it was Hell in a Cell and red
I've
lights?
only been a WWE fan for a year, but I've seen a lot of like older clips and
Oh
bits
yeah,
of older shows.
it's been a big year for you, Shannon. It really has.
You had a big year. Yeah.
I have because I became a fan last year, and Chris Jericho is one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah.
And then I saw his band Fozzy in February. He's the most beautiful human being in real life. Even though he's like 60 something, he's stunning.
He's still doing it, though,
Um,
isn't it? He's still having matches
he's
regularly.
just returned back to AEW, and
I
we've got
saw, yeah.
tickets to see AEW in August. So I am praying that
Oh,
he is there.
amazing. He should be, surely. Because there were rumors that he was going to come back to WWE, weren't there?
He's brought back the list as well, the list gimmick.
Uh, I
Oh,
I
chef's
saw
kiss.
I saw the list live. I saw the list live, like on a WWE live show. He had a
I
match with
would die.
yeah, he had a match with Seth Rollins, and he did a whole list bit, and it was incredible. It was incredible. So yeah, looking forward to him coming
Very
back.
different memories of Chris Jericho. My wrestling watching era was used to call it Rory's Snore because we used to go out on a Friday night and then watch the late screening of it, and we'd
Yeah,
always fall asleep when
yeah.
it was 1999. So when Chris Jericho had come out and do his Y2K countdown and then talk for an extended period, when you've been out on the tins, lads, and then a man comes out and does quite a bit of talking, you're going to fall asleep.
Mm.
And
He
then
did he did say in an interview that he got the countdown idea from waiting in the post office, and that's quite a boring experience. So I don't
Yeah.
blame you falling
that would
asleep
be
to
what
the
had set us
countdown.
off. And then it was in his early wrestling days as well when he did the Walls of Jericho, obviously classic. Then he used to occasionally do that lion salt, and sometimes he would just have an absolute fucking mare trying to do it. And it's
He
like, don't do it, Chris. You fuck it up quite a bit.
he is still doing the lion salt now,
Hmm.
isn't he?
He's probably nailed it now, though, right, Ben?
Yeah, but
He's
as you said,
sometimes
whatever
as a mare.
as Shannon said, whatever age he is, he's still doing the old backflip.
What
Um,
horror film was Chris Jericho in?
Dark Match and Terrifier.
yeah, he was in
And
Terror. Oh yeah, Dark Match. Oh my
Terrifier
God,
2.
yeah. Oh yeah, he was in Terrifier 2 as the orderly dude, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always liked Chris Jericho. But yeah, Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round, May 19th on Screenbox. I'm sure we'll check it out. I haven't got any more trailers, but just a couple of bits of news to do with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot. Curry Barker is currently attached to direct. He obviously directed Milk and Cereal, which we saw and reviewed, Andy,
Yeah.
and Obsession, which is coming out in just a couple of weeks. Apparently, it's going to be a reimagining, and it's an A24 film as well, this Texas Chainsaw
Ooh.
Massacre. So interesting. I don't think we have any real other details, but I guess like this is again another new wave of director. I think Obsession looks great. Milk and Cereal is good. Are you planning to see Obsession, Shannon? Have you seen the trailer for that?
I have seen the trailer for that. I think I saw a very early trailer, possibly when I went to see Scream 7.
Yeah.
Um,
Was it
yeah,
just
that
him trying to
looks.
get a refund on the old stick, whatever it is?
His One Wish Willow.
Is One Wish Willow? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it looks quite good. I've heard good things from like people in America that have already seen it.
Yeah.
Does it look
Um,
good? Yeah, I think we're
Interesting
toying
to
with the idea
see.
of doing an episode, right?
I think we're going to do an episode for next month. Yeah, considering loads is coming out in May, so we're going to try and
It's going to be a new release month.
new
mhm.
release month. Yeah. How would you feel about a Chainsaw Massacre reboot of sorts? I know we kind of had one. Well, we did have one, didn't we, in 2022? Is that right?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's end of lockdown, right?
2020,
That'd be
the
right.
Netflix one.
the Netflix
Yeah.
one. Yeah. What did you think of that one?
I wasn't a big fan of that one. Just because I feel like nothing was really explained.
Mm,
I've only seen it the once, but I think there's, there's an older lady like in the house randomly that they just kind of stumble upon.
yeah.
She was
And
just looking after him for 40 years.
yeah, I was a bit confused about who she was, why she was there. Um, I don't mind like the older remake though. Is it the 2003 one?
2003 one. Yeah.
Quite
Jessica
like that.
Biel.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
good.
yeah, I like that one. Um, I think it kind of work more as a series than a standalone film.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
because I
I
feel
think if they're gonna expand on it, they should like expand on it.
yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I feel like a film, you're kind of like limiting yourself to introduce the victims, introduce the family, then a chainsaw massacre happens.
Then a chainsaw massacre happens. It's in Texas.
I
Again,
mean,
many of these things, chainsaws and the state of Texas, are public domain. You can just make a film
you can
about
just make a
them.
film about that, yeah.
Hmm.
If
I
you
will
put
It's
some,
say that the Netflix one, visually, it was very pretty.
yeah.
Like the fields and like the sunlight hitting the chainsaw and stuff. The
Mm.
scene where he's coming at her in the car, like it looked visually stunning in a lot of scenes. I just
I
didn't understand the story.
Yeah, it was just a bit culture warsy, wasn't it? It was all about old people are out of touch, aren't they? Yeah, but kids are always on their bloody phones, and that was the two.
kill a load of kids on a bus for God's sake.
Yeah, because of bad real estate practices.
It was in the middle of nowhere, this bloody place they wanted to build all these houses on it. Come on. Got no bus service. For
Yeah,
God's sake.
where's the facilities? You're gonna need a
Where's
new
the
GP
facilities?
surgery. You'll need a school.
Where's the Frankie and Benny's? Where's the nearest Frankie and Benny's? I'm gonna need a I need a
This isn't a 10-minute
carbonara.
town, is it? It can't be 10 minutes everywhere. Come on.
15-minute cities. But yeah, I guess Curry Barker is like a new, young, up and coming director. Like, hopefully, will give us something exciting from it. And the last bit of news I've got is basically around the casting of the Possession remake from Parker Finn. Margaret Qualley and Callum Turner have been confirmed to be starring in it. I know a lot of people are kind of saying we don't need a remake of this. It's bloody amazing, but it's a 1981 film. A 1981 film that maybe a lot of mainstream audiences aren't aware of, so why not give us a remake? How do we feel about this?
I've not seen the original, so I'm happy for a remake.
There we go. There we go. The original is pretty mad, I would
It's
say.
something.
It's something.
Yeah.
I only saw it for the first time for when we did an episode. Who did an
Yeah, I
episode?
saw it for the episode as well. Sam Neill, rocking chair, wasting yogurt.
It's
Other
just like the
thing.
most intense breakup ever. Or actually, when you see a couple and you're like, what's the they hate each other. They hate each other. What are they even doing together? It's one of
Mhm.
those where
You two were together at school and you should have broken up.
you should
Were
have
you
broken
like,
They've
up.
outgrown each other.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's got some mad visuals. And I think it might be controversial, but I think I'm happy for a remake. But
Yeah, I'm not against a remake. I think it's down to what you make. If you've got something artistically interesting to say about it, it's fine. But it is because it has such a cult following, I think
mm,
you do have to have something to say. You can't do a Vince, it's not your fault, Vince Vaughn, but you can't do a Vince Vaughn Psycho where it's like, let's try and make
yeah,
this as
shot for
shot for
shot.
shot as we can, but just not because you're trying to shoot an Alfred Hitchcock movie who was famously one of his things that was nice about him was he was good at getting good shots.
That was the first version of Psycho I saw. Ooh.
To be fair, remakes can be really good. So I've only
Yep.
seen the 2000s House of Wax with
Mm.
Paris Hilton.
Yeah. What do
I've
you
I've
seen
never
them
think?
seen
actually.
the original. I don't know if I should see the original, but I think like that film's really good.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
got some things, sir. It's got some interesting, and I think that's another thing as well. When you have such a big gap, you can tell a different story, do something quite different
Yeah,
Hmm.
with it as well. So you can do your own thing. Well, we'll turn
absolutely.
up, we'll see it.
Well, yeah, we've had some great horror remakes. I think I'm not a snob when it comes to those sort of things. I think I prefer the Dawn of the Dead remake. That's right. I went there.
Yeah, that's fine. You go there then.
We're
I
gonna
think I,
come.
th I think remake things as well. But what I am interested in seeing is like either films that didn't quite hit the mark when they came out, or
Mm,
films that maybe don't have the biggest audiences. So your horror hardcore know about Possession, but your general cinema goer might
yeah,
not. So that's
exactly.
perfect for a remake, isn't it? Because then they can revisit the
Yeah.
original as well.
I
Uh,
feel that way about like 13 Ghosts
Mm,
because it's got a bit of a cult following, but I feel like at the time, like it wasn't as beloved as it is now.
no.
Same with Trick or Treat. At the time, that didn't do very well either.
Mhm.
Mm,
But now that's got a cult following, so I think films like that, even though they're perfect,
mm,
you're creating a whole new audience.
yeah.
Yeah, although Shannon, you have
Absolutely.
conjured the magic of 13 Ghosts once again. Is a series or a remake happening, or is it just your auntie on Facebook with posts
Oh
that it's
yeah.
definitely coming forever
Oh,
with
A
a
series would
terrible
be
AI
incredible.
picture? Yeah,
series would be good, absolutely. But also, the discourse that surrounds remakes and stuff, like people always say the same thing, oh, we don't need any remakes and stuff. It's just like, look how much original horror is coming out though. And I say original. I know that we've got some adaptations of things coming out this month, but in terms just in the next like 4 weeks, we've got Exit 8, Hokum, Obsession, Passenger. Am I missing anything?
probably
Maybe.
there's loads.
But it's literally like brand new. Oh, Backrooms. I know it's
That's
an
it.
adaptation of a thing already, but these are like
It's a new
new
thing.
horror stories.
Yeah.
It's amazing. What a time to be alive. I base
I
any
feel,
go on.
sorry,
No, no,
I
that's all
feel
right. Go
like
on.
horror's really stepped up the last 3 years, especially with like original horror. Like some of my favorites from the last few years, like Late Night with the Devil, incredible.
Yeah.
Bring Her Back's one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely.
Together, I know it's really hit and miss for people, but
No, I
that's
love it.
like original and that's so good. Um, it's not for me, but Longlegs,
Mm,
Sinners, like there's so many great horror movies the last
yeah.
couple of years.
A Long Legs remake as well, which I'm kind of like, how's that going to work? But I suppose they'll make it work, wouldn't they? But yeah, I totally agree. It's great, great to be a horror fan. And again, like all of the mainstream success in terms of like awards for Sinners and Weapons and everything like that, I think it's just further cementing that. I feel like horror is just one of those things that like never goes away and never has gone away. People for some reason just haven't taken it seriously for some decades and have for others. So,
Hmm.
yeah, it's a consistent genre, that's for sure. Any news from you, Andy?
I have a few bits and pieces, things we've been watching out on the release list,
Mm.
Ben. So, um, Affection is getting a UK release on the 6th of May. We loved it on Fright Fest Halloween. It was in Emma's top 10 films for the year. Um, I think everyone should see this, but also don't know anything about it when you go into it. I think it is. I don't even want to give any subgenres of it. It's just a
No,
really
I don't think you can, can you?
interesting movie. Go in blind, and I think you'll be greatly rewarded. It has got loads of stuff going on with it. Really, really interesting film. What I can tell you, I guess, if you've not heard anything about it, is a woman who wakes up in her home in bed next to her husband and her daughter sleeping in the other room and has no memory of them. That is where
Who
we
are
begin.
these lot? What are they
Yeah,
doing in
and
my house?
you two might be able to help me. Who is the lead from Happy Death Day? Otherwise, I will have to look up her name.
Oh yeah, good.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, but Jessica Roth.
Jessica Roth,
Yes.
completely different to how, I mean, she's incredible in Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You. Really great horror comedy vibes. It is very lazy to say she has like a Samara Weaving energy to her just because she is a blonde woman who is also in quite intense horror comedies. But
Mm.
she has those kind of chops that she goes into it. Really credible in action scenes, but it's funny, really sharp dialogue in this completely different way of acting. It took me most of the film to realize who she was, and
Was that
she
Fright
was
Fest
great.
Halloween? Did you say, or was it the main Fright Fest?
That was
Affection.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah,
Halloween.
right first
You've
Halloween.
seen it
Yeah,
as well, Shannon?
No, but
Oh,
it said Halloween.
yeah.
oh, okay.
From the 6th of May, Shannon, you will be able to catch up on that. Other things you can catch up on. Said it before and I'll say it again, just a couple of days earlier. If you get to May the 4th and Star Wars isn't your thing, you know what you can be doing? You can be getting yourself different space aliens, Ben. You can get yourself in the UK an excellent edition of Touch Me. And if you are not up to date on the feeds, just go back to the episode previous to this one and you will hear me chatting along with Addison Hyman, the director of the film. And I know you've listened back to it, Ben. What a font of horror knowledge Addison is. He
Yeah. Font of
has
horror
got
knowledge.
references for days.
He
Are they
claimed.
grey humanoid aliens?
No, they are manga tentacle aliens.
Oh, that's okay. I'm scared of grey humanoid aliens.
Oh no.
You and Mila Jovovich together. Watch
Oh
out. There's
God,
owls
no.
outside your house.
I'm scared of that film. Did you see No One Will Save Me? Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Terrified?
I think the fear comes from watching Signs as a kid.
Hmm.
Oh my God,
Terrifying.
yes. I am right there with you.
Um, but yeah, so when I watched No One Will Save You, I made my boyfriend watch it with me because I knew I'd be scared. And I was holding his hand the whole time. My heart rate was going crazy. And like, because it's the little grey alien that like breaks into a house and
Yeah.
spoilers, but there's a scene where you see it's like fingers on the fridge door.
Yeah.
It was so intense. It's like watching Jordan Peele's Nope. Every time the trailer came on for that, I
Oh
was so
yeah.
scared.
Yeah, because that was a
Nah.
bit of a like a misdirection, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
absolutely. So I was sat scared like the whole time, like every
Mm.
time there was a mask with a grey alien. And then when it was revealed what it actually was, after
Mm.
that I was like, oh, this is fun. This isn't scary.
This is absolutely fine. His name's
Just an
Jean
ape.
Jacket. His name's
Yeah.
Jean Jacket. He's a laugh. What was it about Signs? Was it the birthday party scene?
Um,
Vamonos
when
and
the
away, kids. Oh
when the
God.
cameras dropped on the floor, and I think does an alien come up to the camera, and then it's like a pan of like a bush in a garden, and like an
Yeah.
alien turns around.
The
Yeah.
one, the bit that always got the bit I didn't like was the hand coming underneath the pantry and him cutting its fingers off. That close up for some reason and the noise alongside it used
Using the
to.
little reflection in the knife.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
See, I feel like you didn't even need to see the alien properly towards the end. I feel like it would have it had enough great shots in it, but the whole stuff with the water and the baseball bat and stuff, I get chills every time I watch it because I'm just like, this is just so good.
One of his
Yeah, well,
best.
Autopsy of Jane Doe makes me feel the same way Signs made me feel as a kid.
That's good.
Like the similar scene where you look under the door and you're just seeing some feet,
Oh yeah.
which isn't super intimidating, but because you're unsure of what it is or you think you know what it is,
Hmm.
oh, scary.
Absolutely. That is a great scare. Of course, we will get into it, but in a similar way, sorry, we do this a lot. We're going on segues, but in a similar way, I remember reading The Shining, and there's a description of the like bloated woman in the bath, and there's a description of her standing at the opposite side of the door when Jack Torrance is like thinking about going in, and the way that's described, and like her toenails on the like on the, like the floor, it really got me, and I feel like there's something about that, isn't there? Like the something on the other side of the door. It's literally there between like an inch of wood, but you
Hmm.
can't see it.
I don't you ever get it when you're sorry if I ruin your lives, both of you, but you know when you're washing your hair and you've got your eyes closed. You ever wonder if you opened
Yeah,
your eyes and there was like a horrible ghoulie standing right against the shower glass?
bit of face right
Oh
there.
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
When you opened them again,
I'm never washing my hair, Andy. You know that.
it might do your eyebrows.
Yeah, I do my eyebrows now and again. They
You
do
gotta
get
get your eyes
unruly.
closed, no more tears.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so thankfully you haven't got to worry about grey aliens in Touch Me, but you have got to worry about sexy tentacle aliens and
oh,
some hip
It's
hop dancing.
it's very sexy.
like a
It's
pleasure gulf from Red Dwarf.
Yes, well, but with more Jared Leto energy about him, it
yeah.
is tremendous. And what I learned chatting from Addison is the UK has got a pretty bumper edition that has his first movie Hypochondriac as part of the package.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and some short films of his as
And
well.
some of his short films, basically, he's giving you a box set for
And
this
like,
thing.
sorry if I'm jumping in there, Andy. I only
No, please.
and also like a UK exclusive commentary track. Is that right?
Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah.
yeah. He has really gone to town with this UK release, which reminds me, I need to get my pre-order in because that is going straight on the shelf because I loved this movie and I think we talk about it
Yeah, it
in
was
the
good.
interview as well. Like from that opening monologue, I was in
Yeah, it's
on
probably
that.
it's so
So
such a
that
strong
is out.
opening.
And another thing that you can watch right now, short movie, we've talked about it before, friend of the show, Rich Rose. His
Oh,
follow-up short movie to It's Really You, Her Love, which features both his wife and mother-in-law in various roles, about a mother taking revenge on her daughter's no good boyfriend for breaking her
mm,
heart, is I believe he's put it up on his YouTube channel that
he
you can
has. Yeah.
watch right now. So give that a watch if you haven't caught it before.
Amazing.
That finished
Amazing.
its
So
festival
much
run.
good stuff to watch. Is that everything, Andy?
I believe that is all the bits from the news. Yes.
Let's move on to what we've been watching. So anything we've seen in the last 7 days. Of course, for you, Shannon, it can be slightly longer than 7 days. If you've seen anything horror or horror adjacent that you wanted to mention or recommend.
So I watched Pocket Film of Superstitions,
Okay.
which I met the director Tom Lee Ritter at Horrified a couple of months ago,
Mm.
and I was talking. He was on the Treasured Films stall, which is like a distribution company in the UK. And I was talking about my film reviews, and he very kindly gifted me a copy of his film that he made. And it tells the story of different superstitions, with like a comedic twist. It kind of pokes fun at superstitions and
Okay.
also tells you the history of them. But it's like it's black and white, it's very whimsical, like I say black and white, it has got a blue hue to it, so it's
Oh,
really
okay.
pretty.
Interesting.
But it's quite chill.
Mm.
Um,
Is it
it's
so? Is
very
it like an anthology?
Yeah, it's like just a series of tales. The narrator's really good. It was at a film festival a couple of years ago. Is it Something on the Sea? Something on Sea?
Horror on Sea?
I
Horror on
think
Sea down
so.
on Southend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's down south somewhere. Um, so yeah, I'd recommend checking that out because that was quite whimsical. And if you're into like fairy tale, folk
Mm.
horror, it was very similar to like Midsummer Night's Dream kind of design. There was
Okay.
like fairies and stuff. That was
Okay.
cool. Um, I've also recently watched Jack Frost from 1997, I think.
Wow.
Andy is your guy.
So that
Andy,
was a lot of fun. We was expecting it to be worse than it was, but it was actually really fun.
Mm.
every Christmas, Shannon, I will sit down to a lovely bit of Jack Frost.
We're adding it to our yearly Christmas
Yeah.
rotation. We have got the DVD for the second one, but apparently
My
that's
goodness.
not as good, so we've not tried it yet, but we
What
will
that is a
eventually.
real summer treat. You save that for your summer holidays.
It's the summer one, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, to someone it's set on like on the
Oh,
beach.
Yeah, we did get told it's like on an island, somehow
Yeah.
a snowman on an island.
You'll get no spoilers, but if you want to play a little game, try and start writing guesses now of what Jack Frost's Achilles heel major weakness is going to be this time round.
Okay,
You
because the
you'll
first one's hair dryers, and I
give
loved that.
give you 100 guesses, you'll never get it. It is it's a lot of fun, but I definitely want to do a full Jack Frost episode one of these years, but I don't know how you objectively review such a influential
do it,
piece of
man.
Such a
Let's
gem.
entertainment
do
then.
it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm up for it.
I think the director's interacted with us. I might try and get him on at
Oh, yeah,
some
that'd be
point to
good.
talk about it.
I'm just looking.
Um,
Yeah,
I've
sorry, go on.
also rewatched Late Night with the Devil, which I
Okay.
watched in cinema when it first released, and it literally kept me awake all night. Like I was thinking about it for hours. Like none of the visuals are overly scary, but it's just the atmosphere because it's so realistic. David Dasmalkian gives like the most incredible performance.
Mm,
It just really stuck with me. Um,
absolutely. I'm a fan. I enjoyed it a lot. And
yeah.
David Dasmalkian is great as well in anything he's in, isn't he?
And I also watched Together, which was also really good. The bathroom scene, oh, it made
Oh
me
my God,
wince so
yeah.
bad.
Oh, that's everyone's worst nightmare. Wow. Is that the first time you've seen it? You've seen it before?
Yeah, while I was watching it, I do think it was quite predictable. Like I
Yeah.
predicted the ending and who the villain was.
Yeah.
But
I
it was
see what
still
you mean.
so like really enjoyable and really uncomfortable to watch.
I
It
think
was a
as
really good
they're
body horror.
it just works so well because they're real life couples, aren't they? So like you kind of just it just
Feel the
feels
chemistry.
legit, doesn't it? It feels believable. Hmm.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Some good
Good
selections there.
choices.
Um, Andy, anything you've seen?
Just the one thing, Ben. I've been doing a little bit of reading. I've been doing some listening. So as you mentioned together, I did get caught up on Ash and Josh's
Oh, lovely.
podcast. I got caught up on that sick, and they did an episode on together for their first
Mhm.
official episode number 1, and then they did Return to Silent Hill as their pilot episode. Now it's available on my podcatcher of choice. I caught up on those and gave them a listen. Very good, entertaining stuff, as you would expect. But I also had a watch of a film that the team sent across to us, the team behind it. I Know Exactly How You Die, directed by Alexandra Spieth or Spieth. Apologies for which one of those versions was wrong. It is a lovely bit of like horror, comedy, thriller, sort of lovely bit of meta narrative. It is about sort of a struggling writer who has gone to like a cheap motel to get away. Has been sent there by his agent to get his head down and do some of his writing for a project that he's behind on. He's been sent to get away from distractions, and then he finds himself in the thriller that he is writing, finding that the events are happening in the motel
Oh, okay.
as he begins writing
Interesting.
them. Which I love,
Hmm.
messing around with this kind of narrative stuff, and you seeing how he's going to take advantage of that. He finds himself confronted with his main character, the heroine he is writing, all of a sudden like bumps into him in there, and is how he responds to that. And I love it how he immediately, in some cases, tries to explain what's happening to people around him. Not overtly horror, but it has some themes of horror. There is a killer character that you're gonna see. Obviously, there is the supernatural elements of what's happening with what's going on. I've enjoyed this. It was good, and I love a little bit of playing with narrative structure that
Hmm.
you get in this movie. I didn't recognize any of the names apart from it, but I think sometimes when you're doing such heavily character driven stuff, it's almost nice not to have that distraction. We'll bring you back to Shannon's mentions of long legs. Like you can't put enough makeup on Nicolas Cage not to be able to recognize him. So it is just good to be able to see people as that character
Hmm.
and sort of live through it through that lens. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Nice. Just that one, Andy?
Yeah, other than that, just been catching up on a bit of reading, Ben, but not all that's horror
Oh, look at
stuff.
that. Sorry, I sound a bit patronizing then.
Look at you reading a book like a big boy.
He's good at reading, this guy. Okay, so I watched a couple of things off the back of watching Lee Cronin's The Mummy last week. I went and watched The Pyramid. I haven't got round to Tales from the of the Mummy yet, Andy. I'm
I
sorry.
believe you watched
It's on
that
the watch list.
absolute Barrowman one, The
It's
Pyramid.
on the watch list. I've gone really dark. Um, it's
Yeah,
good.
you've
I've
been
got
entombed.
I've got my letterbox on dark mode. That's why. Okay, The Pyramid, a 2014 like Egyptian horror. Have either of you two seen this?
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus. If this sounds like it's up your street, um, it has got a James Buckley, aka Jay from the Inbetweeners jump scare. He's like a main character in this. He's
Oh
not just
wow.
he's not in it for like a minute. He's in it for the whole film. And you know when someone writes a British character who like A isn't British and B has no idea what British people speak like. And that's why
Yeah.
it annoys me because I go, James Buckley, why have you not like chirped in and said, listen,
Can I give you a
oh,
few notes on this?
I can't say that. Also, it made me just think I just want Jay from the Inbetweeners in this film. That'd be absolutely brilliant. Like just shouting
Pyramid wanker. Yeah.
pyramid wankers and stuff like that.
An
Um,
in-betweeners horror film would be
it would
incredible.
be it would be great,
The
wouldn't it?
whole cast.
This is like a bit naff. It reminded me a little bit of which Alien versus Predator one was like in a pyramid underground. It was it
First one.
the first one, isn't it? It reminded me a bit of that, like close quarters, kind of like running from different areas of the pyramid while different things close off and stuff. But it's very, very CGI in terms of the monsters, even though it's like really dark. Little CGI cats, little killer Egyptian cats, and an
Oh,
Okay.
Anubis, and an Anubis as well. Yeah, but it's a bit shit. It's a bit shit.
See,
Yeah,
Ben, what you could have
unfortunately.
done
Yeah, I
was
know.
watched Tales from the Mummy, aka Tell Us. They've taken away his power by taking away his name.
I know.
Free on YouTube.
I absolutely should have done that, and I
A
will.
film
I will.
so powerful and confident in its casting that it introduces and kills off Jerry Butler within the first 10 minutes.
Unbelievable.
And he doesn't come back as the mummy. No spoilers for that. Ian in it again. He's
Ah,
gone.
Devo. Okay, two other things I watched. Demons 2. I've never seen Demons 2. Have I ever seen Demons? Lamberto Bava film. This very, very Evil Dead Rise. It's demons in a high rise apartment building. Have
Has it
either
got a
of you seen?
cinema bit, or is that another thing I'm
The
thinking
That's the
of?
first
first
one,
one's the cinema.
and I do like the first one. Even again, I did that thing where I went back on my letterbox review and I was like, "Who's this reviewing this? Doesn't sound like me."
Who's this idiot?
Who's this idiot? He's got bloody demons. Have you seen Demons 2? Anybody?
Not
I,
me.
I think so. I think there might even be 3 or 4 of them. There's
Yeah.
quite a few.
Demons 2 is good. I like it. The demons are so terrifying. Like I when I watch this, I go, 10-year-old me would have been having sleepless nights watching this. It is ridiculous. It's really like no one's safe. Oh, there's a cute little dog in this apartment. That's nice. Oh, this little boy surviving on his own. He'll be all right. No, everyone gets demons.
Not since the Blob has there
Not
been no
yeah,
one
yeah.
safe.
It is like that. It is just it's just good. It's a good time. There's awesome gore. The effects are really good. Soundtrack's great. And yeah, honestly, I feel like if you like Evil Dead Rise, it is a great accompaniment to that. So I recommend it absolutely.
Is Demons/Demons 2? There is no relation to Night of the Demons, 1988. No,
No, that's different, but I recommend those films too because
that's
they're
also
also
good.
good. They are also good. Night of the Demons,
Oh,
again, we need to do an episode on that because that is great.
yeah.
I watched 2 and maybe 3 as well recently,
Think
fairly
about the
recently.
demons, they're just such bastards, aren't they?
I just feel like I think Evil Dead Rise is good and is scary, but demonic practical effects have never looked as good as they looked in the 80s. Actually terrifying. Like the demons in this, you just go like the teeth. There's a bit where like the demon's teeth, you like an effect where the teeth like push out the human teeth, and it's such a good effect. And everyone looks. You know when you watch something and someone's in makeup, but you go, I can't physically see the person they were there. It's
Yeah.
so good. Like the titular demon, this woman who like starts the demonic like possession of everybody, is so terrifying. I even like her not as a demon. I don't think I could be in the same room as her. Terrifying. But yeah,
Maybe we'll have to do like if we ever get a bloody break from new releases, Ben, we'll do a Demons month.
yeah.
We'll do all the
Demon
Demons movies.
Demons 2 is on Shudder, and I'm sure Demons 1 is as well. So treat yourself. And the final thing that I watched is a 1 minute and 20-second long short film. There we go. Get that on your
Okay.
watch list. It's called Dead Grandma.
Dead Grandma.
Oh no.
It's one shot and it just pans out. And I don't know if I'd call it a horror film as I would call it just a really unfortunate minute.
A
And
depressing minute.
and yes, there's a dead grandma. It's kind of like it's like, oh no, and then you go, oh no. That's all I give you.
Okay.
It's
So
1 minute.
the same thing you'd say watching the coffee table, just
I
an old
watched
moment.
I watched it for the first time as director intended on an Instagram reel.
Perfect. I'm sure as every director intends.
And then I went to find it to like watch it in actual. It's
I'll
on
get on
YouTube.
and I'll get on and watch
Yeah,
Dead Grandma as fast as
do it.
fast as I can. I mean, my algorithm's already ruined, Ben. Having with Safe Search not on, Googled mummy movies last week. Shot it is.
Uh, did you see Lee Cronin's The Mummy, Shannon?
No, I really want to go see it. I want to catch it before it leaves cinema, but my closest cinema is like a 40-minute drive. So between that and
Mercy.
childcare, it's sometimes a military operation. But
I think. I mean, you could definitely wait for that to arrive on digital, but still,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Oh, yeah, because I think you posted something on Instagram once, didn't you, about the military operation of getting to a cinema.
yeah, I think the trailer looked really good for The Mummy there.
Mm,
But I've heard very mixed reviews since then.
yeah, I've seen that as well.
I think
Um,
given the scale of operation that you have to
I'm just
undertake,
gonna tell you not to bother.
you will be okay supporting it in home release in this economy, I think you're fine.
Mm. That leaves only the film of the week, which is The Autopsy of Jane Doe, a 2016 supernatural horror film directed by André Orov. I'm going to start that again. Directed by André Øvredal. It's his first English language film. It stars Brian Cox and Emile Hirsch as father and son coroners who experience supernatural phenomena while examining the body of an unidentified woman. In terms of rankings, we've got 6.8 on IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes, 86% critic score, 72% audience score. Letterboxd, 3.2 out of 5. Some choice reviews on Letterboxd. Matt Lynch says, old-fashioned cornball spooky ooky stuff anchored by two solid lead performances, 3 stars. Joe Lynch says, tight, taut, many times terrifying, especially the first half, 3.5 stars. Calvin says, this bitch got a paycheck without even moving, an icon, 3 stars. And then Alan says, real scary shit until the second act happened, 3 stars. I didn't mean to just choose all 3 stars. I didn't just do that to confirmation bias me.
People who gave it the same number of stars as me, Ben.
This is the correct rating for this film. Obviously, Shannon, you chose this film. First of all, a miracle that you chose a film that we hadn't covered on the podcast, nearly 450 episodes in. But yeah, why did you choose this film? And I guess why do you like it so much?
So I recommend this film to everybody, and I never see anybody talking about it ever. Like, I know it's a few years old now,
Mm.
but I never see it on any ranking list. I'd never heard of it, and then I think 2 years ago, I just stumbled upon it on Netflix. I saw like the quick preview thing, and I was like, oh, I'll click on this because I really like a sort of crime procedural horror, like Silence of the Lambs, Strange Harvest from last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Like
Yeah.
that was really good. So I really like horror with like a crime aspect.
Mm.
So I thought I'll sit and watch this. Made the mistake of watching it on my iPad in the dark, in the middle of the night with my earphones in.
Oh God.
But I would also recommend you should absolutely watch this film this way, because it's so immersive and it's
Mm.
really eerie. I I love gory horror and like fun horror, like House of 1000 Corpses is my favorite, which is quite fun.
Mm.
But to actually make me scared or make me feel things, I think an eerie, atmospheric horror's what gets me. So, Oddity, I think was that last
Oh
year
yeah.
or the year
Yeah.
before? That spooked me. Late Night with the Devil spooked me. No One Will Save You, and elements of The Home that was at Fright Fest last year. Like,
Mm.
that's all the kind of horror that actually spooks me, so you don't necessarily have to see a lot.
Yeah.
It's just more the atmosphere and the feeling. So I really love it because it genuinely made me feel things, and
Yeah.
I've been watching horror a long, long time. So horror films don't make me feel like the tingly in my jellies very often. So when they do, I'm like, I'm gonna hold this
Yeah.
movie and love it to death.
I think
Um,
as a horror fan, that's what you're chasing all the time, isn't it? Like that is what you're chasing.
literally, it's like a fix, like a high
It
kind of
is like that.
thing.
Yeah, it is.
And because it happens like so rarely, I'm like, I've watched it 5 times, and the first time I rated it 4.5. Every time since then, I've rated it 5 because I still feel that level of unease.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andy, you seen this before?
I've seen it. I think we were saying before we started. I don't think I saw it when it first came out. I don't know if it. Sorry, I have no recollection of it being in the cinema. I think I saw it on Netflix or a streaming service once it hit there. Probably not too distant a time after that. I think it was charting rather than like buried beneath the surface when I first saw it. And I think I probably had the opposite experience to you, Shannon. I think I unfortunately I didn't watch it in the ideal situation. I think I watched it in the middle of the day
Mhm.
when maybe I had something else going on as well. It was just like a quiet Sunday or something like that, and it was like, oh, I'm sitting here on my phone, but I'll put a film on or something like that. And maybe as a result, I think I watched it twice in pretty quick succession then because I think I watched it and thought, oh, you know what, this is fine. But I don't think I got properly immersed into it. And then I think I listened to a podcast at the time that were really singing its praises. And I had that, and it was another one, like The Invitation or something as well that I'd watched at a similar time and had a similar experience. And both of them, I heard people like really singing their praises, and I went back in quite short order and watched them again. And both cases, I got a lot more out of them by actually making an effort to sit and watch it properly,
You what?
probably more in a situation like you, Shannon, where I watched it like quiet, late at night
Mhm.
in like an atmospheric setting. I think there's nothing better than the only way you could improve on the situation you described was, oh yeah, I watched it in the mortuary when I was doing a night shift.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. So you watch it in the day, you probably see your reflection on the TV screen, right?
Yeah, I mean,
That
like, oh,
really
turn
takes
it
you out
off.
of it.
Yeah.
You're the
But
villain all along.
is that what's that horrible,
Really it?
ghoulish, sunken-eyed creature watching me from the screen? No, that'll be me.
What are you talking about? Pete
Good
Davidson in
night,
the home
mate.
then? I had a weird experience. So I think I've seen it once, maybe twice before. I had a weird experience when I watched it last time, which was 2018, checking on Letterboxd. I watched it. I was really couldn't sleep for like I had a really bad few weeks of not being able to sleep, and for some reason I was like at my mum's watching a film with her, and for some reason I was like, oh, it's too late. I can't bother to go home, and I just started taking sleeping tablets as well. So like I had a really weird experience where like the film finished, and then honestly, it felt like I closed my eyes and then just opened my eyes, and it was the morning. And like
You're in a morgue,
my mum had like
chest split open.
my mum had like put a blanket on me because I was falling asleep on the sofa.
Oh.
So it's just like a really strange experience. You know, when it's really disorientating when that happens, isn't it? So like I remember doing that and just being a little bit creeped out. I think thinking, oh God, what happened there? Um, I guess in terms of like my ranking, we will get obviously onto that right at the end. But the only problem I've kind of got with it is I think it's such a good setup, such a good setup, such a creepy setup. I feel like it kind of just goes through the motions, maybe slightly too quickly for my liking. It feels like it's over before it starts. And I know it's a very short film,
Mhm.
and I do like short films. I think that they're great when you can fit enough in. But yeah, the two lead performances, Brian Cox, Emile Hirsch, are so good. I feel like I could literally just watch these two do autopsies and kind of like just talk about them. The way he kind of talks about certain things is almost a bit ASMR, isn't it? The way he kind of like
Yeah.
does
I
his
think
thing.
that's one of the
The
things I
chalkboard
particularly love
stuff.
about it. Yeah, they don't take you out of the not a Dr. Ben, not claiming to be one, but they don't soften the medical language at all. Like he speaks as if he is a medical examiner going through that thing. Occasionally, Emile Hirsch's character will chip in with a like layman's explanation of what's happening.
Mm.
Mhm.
Like not like he would just paraphrase it ever so slightly. But by and large, they talk as if they're two medical professionals talking to each other.
If you go on the IMDb, on the like oops section, it tells you a whole list of everything that's wrong. So
All the
like,
medical mistakes.
Ah,
yeah, the a flower found inside her, it doesn't do what they said it did, and it's not from the
ah,
area they said it was, and there's like loads of things that are inaccurate. But I don't think
uh,
that matters. They deliver it so well, I believe it.
absolutely.
Artistic license. You know, like
Mhm.
Yeah.
there's a big difference between being something that isn't necessarily like scientifically bob on
Oh,
because and like doing something wrong, like that's
André
totally wrong. Like, oh, it's only
Øvredal
got one art
is
in here. That's weird.
Yeah, André Øvredal's Norwegian as well. This was his first English speaking film. So
mm.
I'm like, for his first one, like let him have as many mistakes as he wants. Like,
And
There's
like,
a
yeah, it's still entertaining. It's still great.
there's a lot of things here which are like continuity things, but I'm like, does anyone really care about that stuff? Because I definitely don't. You know, when
In the
someone
year this
points,
film was set, this watch wasn't released.
well, I don't care about it. Do you know what I hate? I hate this with a passion. Do you
Being
remember there was like
gaslit into a hymn. That's what I hate.
But do you remember those Cinema Sins videos? Do you
Oh
remember
yeah,
these on YouTube where it was like everything wrong with this film in 2 minutes?
I used
Or
to watch them quite often because I think when they first started as a
no
concept, it was just fun
shit.
little observations. You know what I mean?
Oh, the
But
guy
then,
narrating them is so patronizing, and basically it's just like all the things you would never notice watching a film because you're enjoying the film, and it's just like continuity things like that person's sock was knee height, and the next one the socks are down. Shut up! No one cares about that.
We only care if it's a fun blooper, like the stormtrooper banging his head.
Yeah,
That's the only
exactly.
thing we
Stormtrooper
care about.
smashing his crust.
That's okay, right? Yeah, I do hate being gaslit into a him, Ben. That'd be like you when you fall asleep, and it'd be like, bring, bring, Mom, what are you saying? Bring me joy.
Sounds like an interview of Russell Brand. That does.
Yeah. What's your
Oh,
favorite bit? What's your favorite page?
what's
Oh,
your favorite page? All of the pages. What's your favorite Beatles album? Best of the Beatles.
yeah.
Oh, oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, you said the director's name much better than me. I don't know why do I struggle with director's name? I watch so much football. I'm reeling off Georgian defenders' names all the time. Ovredal, did you say?
Yeah, I don't know if that's right, but
It sounded right. It rolled off your tongue.
you
it's
said
what
it
it
with
looks like.
confidence, Ben. That's how she sold it.
Yeah, exactly. So he's
It's
made
pronounced Jones.
oh God. He's made Troll Hunter, which we've done on the show. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which we've done on the show. Last Voyage of the Demeter, is that
Demeter. I
Demeter?
think
Demeter.
that one's quite good actually. It's
It's
like
it is good, yeah.
yeah, another one that I don't feel like anyone ever talked about. Because obviously Nosferatu was such a big
Yeah.
thing in the Dracula world, and there's been a recent French Dracula.
Mm.
I'm like, I feel like that one got completely missed, but
It
again,
hadn't
it's super
Yeah,
eerie and
Last Voyage of the
interesting.
Demeter got done by the
released, yeah.
corporates, didn't it?
It
They
like didn't
like
get
really
you
stuffed up the UK release.
didn't get a
Hmm.
UK release for ages, and then when it did, it was like, yeah, nobody knew it was out or something like that. Yeah. A little bit like Face of the Deaf, actually. When's the bloody UK getting that? I'm fuming about that.
I'm confused by the trailers for that because there is no mention of UK
No,
release.
there isn't. No, and I think when I looked online, it was like releasing in Shudder on Shudder in the UK, and I'm like, well, I don't think they're going to do that. It feels like a bigger cinematic release, doesn't it? Yeah. Um, but yeah. So is this just an original story? This isn't like based on anything. There's.
So what I read was the director watched The Conjuring and really liked it
Hmm.
and asked his agent or whoever, please send me a horror script. I really want to do a horror film.
Oh, nice.
And this just ended up in his intro. And I'm so glad it did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get me a horror film, will you? I'm desperate for a horror film. Get me a good script. Oh, here we go. Um,
absolutely gasping for one.
absolutely gasping for one. Um, yeah, so I guess in terms of the cast, obviously we've got Emile Hirsch as Austin. And again, one thing I will mention, very, very interesting that they made it a father and son duo. I feel like you could have easily made it stuffy, older man who is annoyed by the amateur nature of his young mortician or something like that. They could have easily done that, but the fact is they gave them like a really good relationship. Obviously, the mother has passed as well, so they've got that kind of connecting them. The cat that roams the hallways and the air ducts that is connected to the mum. And yeah, their relationship's nice. It's not like there's a little bit of friction there occasionally, like in terms of him being like him learning the trade, I guess. But
I
other
feel
than that,
like all the times he gets grumpy at him, that I feel like it's just parents of that generation
yeah,
Yeah,
would be a lot less patient. Like, I think it's a really good on-screen portrayal of
yeah,
like parents being like, "You're not holding it right. Let me do this," because they do take over
yeah.
and do that.
yeah.
Hold the torch while I'm fixing the car. Not like that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Interesting. Shannon says though that the director really liked The Conjuring and asked for a
Mm.
horror script. Just looking at the writer of this one, Ian B. Goldberg, after the autopsy of Jane Doe, went on to write into the Conjuring series. He
Oh,
wrote The Conjuring: Last Rites, aka Curse of the Nawaz. And is
spin a mirror of
apparently,
doom.
yeah, the Spinning Mirror of Doom, and apparently is also, well, was also behind Ben's favorite, The Nun 2, aka She Just Was, and The Conjuring First Communion, a prequel in the Conjuring series coming soon.
Oh, coming soon. I was going to say I've not heard of that.
2027, Ben. Cheeky bit of news.
Conjuring everything.
Yeah, so obviously this person inspired, well, the director that made their film big, inspired by The Conjuring, and now has gone on to write Conjuring movies.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
pretty.
that. Good
Yeah.
for them.
How do we feel about the performance of the titular Jane Doe?
I read that she was like laid for 8 hours a day for 5 weeks, so that is intense.
Jesus, that is, yeah, that's ridiculous and
Yeah.
terrifying. Obviously, there were some moments where it was like a prosthetic or like, but I couldn't always tell. Like a couple of the like establishing shots you could tell, but most of the time it just looked like it was her. Yeah, lying there. I hope it wasn't too cold. It seemed
Incredible
like a cold room.
endurance work behind it as well. And like obviously like as an actor, nothing much more vulnerable you can be than being naked and dead as a bit of set dressing, largely.
It always just reminds me of Jigsaw lying down in the middle of that room for the whole bloody film, no matter what was happening.
At least he got to lie face down though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he
Oh,
wasn't naked.
Yeah,
Like,
and he wasn't naked. No, no, he wasn't.
he
That was
kept
a
his
different
dax
film.
on. Yeah, we didn't have to sit there naked. And yeah, I don't know about you two, but nothing makes me more uncomfortable or fidgety than someone saying, like, no, I still.
Yeah,
Any night in bed, Karen will turn to me and
don't
say,
breathe.
will you sit still, please? I'm getting a bit like irritable and you're keeping me awake. The second she says that, every molecule of my body gets itchy. I'm like, no,
Oh,
got got
not
to
the old
scratch
the old restless legs. I get that all the time. Oh God, I can't help it. I'm
can't-
running in my sleep.
yeah, I can't. Like when you know you have to sit still, that is when it's like, I
Yeah,
can't. I need to move. I feel in pain because I can't move.
I just think her jaw must have really hurt because majority of the film she's got her mouth like slightly open.
oh yeah.
So that
That,
must really hurt.
what about that thing they put like under her back as well, which I guess is obviously to like open up the chest cavity. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the head thing,
yeah, that
the
thing.
head
That
tilt.
looks super
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. Yeah, very uncomfortable. I mean, we've got so it's Olwen Kelly who plays Jane Doe. Ophelia Lovebond is Emma Roberts. That's the that's Austin's girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Michael McCallerton as Sheriff Sheldon Burke. He's a lot of help, isn't he? Come on,
Yeah.
get us out of here. The
Do a
tree.
night shift, will you? Do I have to?
You have to, yeah. Um, okay, so obviously quite a small cast and pretty much just like a single location as well, isn't it? Do we leave the mortuary at any point?
Only
Sheriff's
at the
Department.
opening scene, right?
Only the
Opening scene
opening
and the
scene, yeah.
ending scene where you,
Yeah, when she's leaving.
yeah.
Mm,
I
okay.
do kind of wonder with Sheldon Burke that like, because I would love like a sequel or a prequel to this.
Mm,
And I feel like either would be really cool if he kind of knew, like maybe if it was passed on as a family secret, if he's from a full line of cops,
mm.
Yeah.
being like, if you ever find a body you don't know what to do with, just push it to another county. Because he's
Yeah.
like, just get her out of my
Get,
county.
get her
But
out
the
of
way
my
he was
count.
looking at the end, it seems like he kind of knows more or he suspects something.
Yeah, potentially. Maybe there'd been like a similar case or something, or maybe like the case beforehand
Hmm.
that
Nothing
happened.
to walk into though. Looking down in that basement when sees everything that's gone on, and all that's happened really is Jane Doe has basically made all these guys Mr. Bean each other to death.
Is that
Have
is
like
that
accidents.
yeah? Is that what's happened? Pretty much, yeah.
Well, yeah,
Um,
like, if you think about it, if you're Sheldon and you're looking down there in the morning, it
mm,
looks like someone's been accidentally. We're going to do full spoilers this film.
oh
Someone's
yeah,
been accidentally bashed with an axe. Someone else has been stabbed.
yeah, yeah.
And
Bloody
someone's fallen off the stairs.
Yeah.
yeah. Smashed his head. Uh, it was a Jane Doe that did it. It was a ghost lady. Oh God, a ghost witch. Sorry, we are really spoiling it now. Okay, so where do we start? It's in Grantham County, Virginia. The sheriff department finds the intact, half-buried corpse of an unidentified Jane Doe in the basement of a house where an inexplicable multiple homicide took place. There are no signs of forced entry. Someone even does. I feel like they're trying to get out, not in. If someone said, if you were there, you go, shut up, will you? That's not helpful. For God's sake.
But
Even if it was
that's how
correct.
conspiracy theories start. You button it.
Yeah, you bloody button it. No signs of forced entry are found to determine that the victims were trying to escape the house where the killings took place. Well, it's not determined, is it? They're just guessing.
I
And
was in a
then
house where killings were taking place. I also
I
would try
also
to
were
escape.
trying to get out. Yeah. Um, Jane's corpse is delivered to a morgue staffed by local coroner Tommy Tilden and his son Austin. Tommy Tilden. I kept thinking there were some similarities between Tommy Tilden and the character from The Ring. His character from The Ring remake with Brian Cox, right? Anyone think that?
I
It is
didn't
Brian.
even realize it was the
I
same.
don't know well enough.
It is
I've only
Brian.
seen it
Even like the
once.
house, because sorry, the exterior of the morgue looked kind of similar, and just the way he was like staring off into the middle distance. He was smoking a dart, wasn't he?
Yeah.
This is before vaping.
Punching a coffin nail in his medical building. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. There's some similarities between that character. I'm not sure what it was. I think it's like the always seen some shit sort of stuff, you
Yeah,
know?
he's got big Quincy energy, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's seen it all because he does say that a lot when there's a lot of things that come up in the autopsy. He's like, "Oh, I've seen this once before." Oh,
Hmm.
which is kind of interesting. That's an interesting bit of world building without really needing anything else, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I guess if you're the county coroner as well, even in a reasonably sparsely populated area, if you're the
Mm.
only one for the county, you're going to have dealt with every unexplained death that's happened, right? For miles around.
Yeah, exactly. What were you going to say then, Shannon? Sorry.
This was actually filmed at a farm in Kent as well.
Was
Um,
it?
yeah,
Was
so that would
it?
be
Oh my
terrifying,
God.
just like driving past unknowingly,
Yeah.
recognizing the ship and being like, oh shit, what the hell?
There's a bloody Jane Doe in there. Have either of you played Alan Wake 2?
I've played little bits of it because someone told me it was very Twin Peaks-esque.
It's very Twin Peaks-esque.
So I had a go.
There's a very Autopsy of Jane Doe sequence, you know?
Is there?
There's a
Ooh.
bit, and again, I don't want to spoil this because I think you should go and play it, but there is a bit in a morgue where you go in and some spooky things are happening. Lots of spooky
Okay.
things are happening. Um, I recommend that, definitely, if you get around to it. But it is very it's incredibly Twin Peaks. It's like Twin Peaks the game with
Hmm.
some slightly more scary bits. I didn't absolutely love it in comparison to the first game, but I think it's very very fun. Um, but yeah, I mean I haven't played the Mortuary Assistant, which I guess might have some similarities. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
feel like that's it. The game itself, I think, might be, going full circle and be quite heavily influenced by the Autopsy of Jane Doe, right? I've not played it yet.
Yeah, it must be, I guess, even though the film was very, when things like have clearly been inspired by that, but then you get something that's been inspired by that again, and it's not as good. It felt like that,
Hmm.
Yeah.
the film. Um, yeah, so in terms of their relationship, obviously there's a tragedy that links them with obviously the mum passing. Did they say how she died?
Suicide.
Yeah.
Oh.
They explore it in one of their darker moments, I guess. It's
Mm.
implied early on that
Yeah.
their mum is not there anymore, but then she died of suicide brought on by depression, I believe he says, because he
Hmm.
said if he knew she was struggling, he would have tried to do something, but he didn't know.
It's like when they're sat in the lift together and the lift isn't working, they're having a bit of a heart to heart.
Mm. That's a pretty scary lift as well, right?
Oh yeah. The
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 ones
shuttery
with
things
the
are
shutters,
terrifying.
yeah.
Oh.
I'm not into those.
It's not a big building, just two stairs.
She's stairs, isn't it? For God's sake.
I guess you got to get bodies up and down fine.
Yeah, yeah.
You put a slide in, get them in.
So how do we start? They're already doing a autopsy with someone else,
Yeah, so
aren't
they're
they?
just looking at a horrible burned up man, and like Brian Cox is like teaching his son
Mm.
about it's not only because the theme comes up time and time again. Like the son's like, "Oh, he died in this fire," and he's like, "Well, in that case, why?" Like, there's a point that his son has missed. Like in that case, why aren't his lungs black? Or there was some reason which I can't pull now that he is like he has taken a detail and drawn a conclusion, and Brian Cox tells him, well, no, if you can't see this physically, then it hasn't happened. So like you have to look at what the evidence actually tells you, not what you infer, but what is true in solving this case. And then that's fairly disposable apart from that lesson. And then just as they mean to finish up for the day, son's off to the pictures. The sheriff rocks up with one more case, and he needs cause of death by the morning.
No pressure.
But at that point of that man's autopsy, they hadn't done everything because the thing he was making him look for was in his brain. And as we know from Jane Doe's autopsy, they do the brain part last.
Yeah.
So they'd just not finished that yet.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe
it's
there's
to
not
prove
such a
the
rush on
point
that
that he
one.
was saying, but they'd not fully done it yet.
He's like, no time for that plot thread. We've got to deal with this one. Just come in.
Also, the girlfriend turning up, desperate to have a look at the bodies. Oh, let's have a look. That
Red
one's got a
flag.
hole in its face. Let's
She
have
was a bit of a
gander.
red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at these brute. Also, what's happening in this cat? You live in Midsummer. One fella burned to death in a fire. One fella, no face left, smashed off.
She like tricks him so she can have a look at two. Just have a look at that one.
I also don't think that this mortuary would pass like an inspection
No.
because you've got unauthorized people walking around without any gloves or protective clothing. They've all got their hair exposed, so they're going to get hair follicles everywhere. There's a cat roaming round.
Just
Bringing
a
in
wild
dead
cat.
animals.
There's
Full of
times
rats.
where they do touch different things without gloves on. And then later on, when he goes to grab, I think, the book to look for the flower, he's just used his gloved hands to touch the body, and then he's using it to touch the book.
Dirty, rotten bastard.
This is obviously like
This is the
when
IMDb Goofs page. You want to get on there and go, right, that's it.
you should wear your gloves. Then again, it could be that they're in a universe where the Department of Government Efficiency have been in and cut out all that red tape and AKA
Yeah.
any truly operational standards
Yeah.
that work there, and you can just fly by the seat of your pants in this sort of backwater county.
hmm
This is where they tell the story of the bell as well, because obviously one of the bodies has got a bell on the ankle, and what is her name? Emma. Emma says, why has that body got a bell on the ankle? Well, it's because, years ago, or no, did they say years ago or just like now? You
Back
don't
in
know
the
if
day,
people
it
if
was hard
people
to
are
tell if
dead
people were dead.
or comatose. You don't know if that's the case. So you put a bell on their ankle, so you'll be able to know when they're in the drawers or anywhere else in the mortuary if they're alive. You hear a little ring a ding ding, and we know that's setting something up. Then we know it. I'm drawn
Chekhov's
in.
bell.
Chekhov's bell. We're gonna hear a bloody bell. It's gonna be terrifying. Was there something like that when people used to get buried? Like they bury them with a
Yeah, a little string. They used to put a little string,
That's
so
right,
when they
yeah.
What they did in case of vampires.
yeah,
So
they used
they'd
to
know if
also
it was a
put like
vampire resurrecting.
yeah, they used to put you a little bell, so if you did get buried alive, you could ring a ding ding, and then if you're worried about vampires, they'd put like a little, when you go through like an old city that has like an old city, and they've got those boot scrapers at the doors. They used to put one of those over your neck, so if you're a vampire and stood up, you get your head chopped off.
God. What film or something is it where someone gets buried with a walkie-talkie?
Is it buried with It's like, oh, is it
No, it's like
alive with Ryan Reynolds?
no, it's not that. It's like a horror film where, like, I swear, like a kid dies, and maybe like his friend goes, got to bury him with a walkie-talkie just in case he comes back to life and he's not dead, and then he does.
That sounds creepy as hell.
It does sound creepy. Maybe
Plot of My Girl too.
I was thinking My
He was just
Girl.
comatized by those bees.
he needs his glasses to see. Oh no, he does. I don't know. I'll try and find it while we're discussing this, but I swear maybe it's a episode or something. I'm not sure.
Okay, you search that one. So yeah, she wants to see the things. We set up what are going to be some of our scare moments. We established the last film his dad, Brian Cox, went to go and see at the cinema, but we don't know what they're meant to go and see unless I missed that.
No, I don't think we know.
What do you think they would have gone to? What do you think they'd have been going to see?
What year was it? 2008? No, 2016. What did I say? 2008.
2016.
2016.
Twilight.
Twilight. They're
A
gonna see
Twilight film.
A Twilight film.
they're gonna see a Twilight film, so they can watch the baseball scene.
Yeah. Or they're having an argument. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to go into that. I really want to go and see Age of Ultron. Come on."
Come on, 2016 movie. They wouldn't have been horror. I reckon he's had enough, and he's gone.
Yeah, you work in a mortuary.
Yeah,
I bet you want something nice on.
yeah.
Live action Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, yeah.
But either way, they don't get to find out, and it sort of there's a conversation that happens here where the girlfriend basically says, "Have you told him that you want to quit this job?" I don't know. Like, I'd have to look into it. What is the? Can you just be a medical examiner if your dad's one? You have to go to medical school for a number of years.
You would have had to go to university and do like a EDP
Yeah,
degree.
it
Bloody
feels like
nepo babies.
it feels like that's a decision you might have wanted to make before you did, because it's not like he's not saying to his dad, "Oh, I want to go and be the coroner in a big city." He's saying, "I don't want to be the coroner. I want to work at the petrol station or pursue my painting or
I ain't in the
something like
mood for
that."
being a coroner. It's annoying. Anytime someone rings my doorbell, I shit my pants. uh,
So
yeah. So she wants to see like the face. She sees the. Wait, is it a burnt? No, not the burnt guy. The guy who's got like mouth closed. Is it a
yeah,
man?
they show the
Is
guy
it a
with the
woman?
mouth closed, and they don't let her see the face of the caved in face
It
one.
looks pretty legit, mine. That first dead body. I was a bit like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Creepy.
I think they really do a great job of having these bodies there and having them so matter of fact, not simply tied to scares. It's really effective at setting like up the scene.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, definitely.
It reminded me of the witch in like Sleepy Hollow. I think she's got like a mouth sewn
Oh
up and
yeah,
stuff.
you're right. Yeah, the
So
witch.
then, Sheldon, he's not a man to be denied. He needs that cause of death
Mm.
by morning. So Son decides, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna help my dad
He
because he
goes.
is on his
Does he
own.
go out first? He goes out first. Like they're on their way, aren't they? And then he just
They're
goes up.
going to go, aren't they? But then he's like,
Okay.
"Oh, come on, I will give you a
I'm gonna
hand with
stay.
this." And then he tells the girlfriend to come back later,
Yeah.
when it is plot relevant to do so.
God, at the worst time possible.
Yeah.
And if I know you've already done one jump scare on me. If it sounds like I'm already having an absolute shitter down there, don't change a thing. All right?
No. We've established a cat's knocking about as well because the cat like comes back with a
Yeah.
dead.
He brings a mouse in and goes, "I want the cause of death by tomorrow." Nah, just kidding. I didn't.
Cat's killed this one, I think. But yeah, so they get on with the autopsy. They're putting the tunes on. What they got? Kiss FM.
Smooth.
It's a man doing a weather report for most of it.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah. And
boring.
then, as is tradition in some of these things, radio flips and you get a little bit of the Lord on.
Oh yeah. But again, this kind of felt suited. I feel like in undertone it was a bit heavy-handed, possibly like all of the kind of like nursery rhymes and things. It was a bit heavy-handed, whereas this like felt almost like genuinely a little bit unnerving. Whereas a bit
But
like
listening to royalty-free radio.
royalty-free radio. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's watching Night of the Living Dead. So yeah, they start Jane Doe gets brought in. They start the autopsy. Um,
Got ever such milky eyes.
yeah. So the things they notice include milky eyes, like she'd been dead for ages, right?
Ages. Yeah.
Tiny waist. Do they say this? Because in this Wikipedia description it says waist indicates long-term usage of a corset. Did they mention that?
Yes.
They say it looks like it wouldn't fit a frame, and the dad said it's like could be congenital.
Mm.
And then when they put together the time frame she's from, they decided it
I
would
see.
actually be from a corset.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. They say it says there which went out of fashion several centuries earlier. It's like, what? Yeah, but like people are
She
still
might be
wearing.
a steampunk.
Yeah, that's
We don't know.
might be a steampunk.
Got a top hat on when they bring her in.
Of course, there's
Big
still a thing.
goggles.
Yeah,
Big
massive
old goggles.
goggles.
Um, so they can't determine the time of death, but there's like lack of rigor mortis. Obviously, the blood is still flowing in her veins because when they make those incisions in her chest, she starts bleeding heavily, profusely. What else they notice? Oh yeah, the peat under the old fingernails.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what, old Brian Cox shouldn't just be he's well into his gardening or what? How's he identifying that? Literally,
Hmm.
what kind of dirt is this? Nah, it's peat. I recognize that anywhere.
I
Oh yeah,
recognize that anywhere.
they start making those connections as well that maybe she's from up north as well. They say that, don't they?
Yeah, that's where the
Yeah.
peat. That's where they have peat in the soil.
That's where they've got peat. Is that the only reason? There's another reason. The up north
The
thing.
flower.
Oh yeah, the flower, which comes a little bit later. That's right. Yeah, he's well good though. I'll tell you what. If this is anything, it make what I like is, this is why I like something like Seven. We remember Morgan Freeman's character in Seven. Oh, I'm doing some investigating. I'm getting myself down to the library. Nothing a
Get
good
yourself
book
down.
won't tell me.
Get your book out. I mean,
Get your
real
book
life.
out.
Sorry, got myself a library card the other day. What a treat.
Did you?
Yeah. And tell you what, everyone, hot tip from your old mate Andy Conduit Turner, wherever you are in the country, get yourself a library card. They've got some wonderful online resources now. You know what I went and got? Magazine subscriptions. This month's Empire, just on the library app.
Bloody hell, mate! You're up. You're bang up to speed with the movie news.
Yeah. Tell you what, Martin Lewis got nothing on me. Save yourself a few bob. Get
Save
yourself
yourself
down
a
the
few quid.
library.
Absolutely.
And I need to congratulate myself for not for once in my bloody life been not accidentally calling him Martin Lawrence. It was a different man with a different
He'll
skill set.
appreciate that. But yeah, I love the fact that he refers to the books like he does that when he's what's that? Jimson weed? I've got a book for that right here. I remember exactly what it is. It'd
I
take me hours.
love a little bit of competence porn, right? Someone who's just good at their job.
He's
Love
well
it
good at his
Hmm.
job.
when someone's on a film like, oh, thank God. So many times, and this was, our big problem with films like Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. Who are these jokers?
Yeah,
Give
no,
me people who are good at their job, and it's
yeah,
like, yes, I'm
it's
in.
always enjoyable. Uh, what else? Ankles and wrists, right, Shannon?
Shattered, yeah.
Shattered, absolutely shattered. Her ankles and wrists are knackered.
Uh-huh.
So they start talking about possible human trafficking at this point because they say like
Yeah.
maybe she was bound, and then oh yeah, and of course the old tongue out of the mouth.
I think even if they didn't go with the supernatural plot twist that they went with,
Hmm.
just the like human sacrifice, human trafficking angle, like that's terrifying enough.
Yeah, I kind of thought because it's been a few years since I watched it. I couldn't quite remember exactly what I knew there was a supernatural thing happening, but I couldn't remember all the details. So in a way, I was thinking it was that for a while. Um, one of her molars is missing as
One
well.
of her teeth's out, but then that tooth then later turns up in a tongue.
Hmm.
Yeah, been wrapped in a bit of cloth, been wrapped in a J cloth, and
Magic cloth.
force fed her. I'm not laughing at that, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah, lungs are blackened like she's been on the old Lambert and Butler 50 a
Yeah.
day,
She had a few tabs.
but they say she could have smoked 10 packs a day for 30 years and her lungs wouldn't look like that. Um,
Well,
organs,
the filters have been doing a lot of work, mate. You've been having olden days cigarettes.
or-
Battered.
organs are all like lacerated. So essentially, like she's got all of these like internal injuries, but absolutely no physical signs of these injuries on the outside, right?
Hmm.
Mm. Um, and yeah, and then we find the Jimson weed in her stomach, which is a paralyzing agent native to New England, which is obviously connected to the peat thing as well. So there's a nice mystery
Yeah,
unfolding, isn't there?
right. It does build up nicely. Again, it's just all these details that, and this is probably why it went on to inspire things like games, right? That gives you a lot of meat in this
Yeah.
investigation that you feel like you could play along. So Shannon, like knowing that you like a grisly bit of crime and your thrillers, were you like, I know you've watched it several times now, but like when you were first watching it, did you find yourself like trying to solve the clues and be like, right, what does this mean?
Oh, absolutely. Like I was so hooked. Like when they first started going along the lines of the human trafficking, I was like, oh my God, is this going to be really traumatizing? Like,
Hmm.
I can't think what it's called, but the horror film where it's like from a serial killer doing videotapes of like girls is murdered.
Poughkeepsie tapes, is that the one?
Yeah, the
Yeah, I never
Poughkeepsie.
say it right. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever. Yeah, something
Um,
like that.
I thought,
Easy
oh
for you
my
to
God,
say.
is this going to go along the lines of that? And then from them saying she'd been set on fire, that's when it clicked with me, like what she actually was and what had actually happened. Um,
Yeah, see,
but
I don't think I even got it from that for some reason. But I guess all the pieces are there. Maybe I'm an idiot. I say maybe.
no, I think it was just really obscure.
Yeah.
It does keep the cards close, and I think it gives you these options because I think if you haven't seen the film before and you're guessing, like it could be any number of things. You could have a natural explanation. You could tell you what, you've mentioned him in Long Legs. Wouldn't have been too shocked if the devil had made an appearance, and it's me. This
It's
is
me after all.
it's one of
Me
my
again.
mates. Um,
Creepy things that start happening. Radio spontaneously changing stations. Austin sees people standing in the like reflection of the mirror in the main corridor. What kind of mirror is it? It's like sort of it's the one you get in the newsagents, the big the big circular one, and you look up and you can see the old shop.
oh,
It's so
one of
you
those
can see turning corners. They have them in
Yeah.
hospitals as well.
Oh right. Okay. Okay. I thought it's sort
just catching shoplifters in the hospital. Yeah.
of. Hang on a
Yeah,
minute.
it's so if you're pushing a bed that way and
Oh
another
yeah.
person's pushing a bed that way, you can see where they
Yeah.
are.
'Cause you get them on roads, don't you? Something like country roads, those little mirrors when
Yeah.
you're backing out or
So they've got a
something.
mirror here at the autopsy shop just to make sure there's no ghosties about.
Hmm. There's only two people who work there. Well, if both of us are pushing a bed at the same time, you never know.
Yeah.
Smash. He'd be fuming, the dad, if that happened.
Oh, the odds.
And then
Um,
obviously a sad moment when we find Stanley mortally wounded. This was super upsetting because poor old Stanley has been has been done in, but we also see like the connection that Tommy obviously has with the cat. The fact it's almost like the last part of his wife that he's got, the last thing of hers, the connection to it. I don't know if I'd be confident enough in ending an animal's suffering the way he did, though. It was. I was a bit like, oh God, Jesus Christ, Tommy.
No, like he knows a lot of information. Surely he could have like I don't know, drugged the cat or something.
because you've got loads of
Something
chemicals,
slightly
yeah, in
nicer.
your.
Yeah, might have been that bit in Peep Show when Mark rips off the pheasant's head.
Oh no!
God.
Just put it out of
Because
his misery, will you? I've pulled his head off.
I think it's the bit where he runs over the dog. There's
No, no, I can't.
Trauma.
a dead beast in our bin,
Pure
Jeremy.
trauma. But yeah, and he immediately takes Stanley to and incinerates him. Oh, wrapped up in a little blanket as well. Bless. Um, obviously that's quite a big moment, I guess. Are we supposed to believe? And again, we are spoiling everything. That Jane's just done this just for the sake of it. Jane's evil.
Was it that fly that came out of her nose that did it?
Could have been.
They never actually question though, like how it happened.
No, they don't, because it
Because
is
he's
almost.
like real bloody and he's got like a big hole missing.
Yeah,
And
like
they're
you
not
maybe.
like, what attacked him? Like,
Yeah, they don't
we
say
should be
like,
worried.
oh, an animal attacked him, or yeah, they don't. There's nothing like that. Is there like a mongoose in the air vents? So that you got to worry about that. That's dangerous. You need a cobra to sort it out. Or is it the other way around? Uh, um. So yeah, continuing the autopsy. Jane's missing tooth wrapped in her stomach, wrapped in a piece of cloth bearing Roman numerals, letters, and an odd diagram.
Yeah.
And then they find the similar symbols carved into the inside of her skin. Yeah, which is pretty mad. How is this? This is when they start working out the year, right?
Yeah. The scene where the radio starts playing the creepy cheery song
Hmm.
and they like unwrap her skin at the same time. That's one of the best scenes in cinema I've ever seen.
Oh wow.
Like it fits so perfectly together. Like the fact the song's real cheery makes it so much airier. It's kind of like
Yeah.
the tiptoe through the tulips thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
got those
Now we know
vibes.
they're a big fan of the Conjuring. You can see those. I know Tiptoes the Tulips is
Parallels.
what's it called, isn't it? It's Insidious, isn't it?
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is a great reveal because the first thing you do is you go like, how the hell is that possible? Isn't it?
Yeah.
So they work out. Do they work it out just yet? I think it's a little bit later. They work out like the year, pretend because I think at this stage, like they're not. I don't think they're convinced it's a supernatural thing in any sense. Or they, the thing that I think convinces them is when they try and burn the body, maybe.
I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah,
I think
because
they
she
only try
weren't
and
there.
burn it after things have started
Oh right,
going
okay. So
wrong,
things start
right? Because
happening. Yeah.
all the
Oh
lights
God,
go
yeah. All
off,
the
and then
lights explode, and then corpses in the morgue go missing. That's one step too far. That is. I was scared already, but all the corpses in the morgue go missing is not on. That's
I've
just
never
not on.
been so scared to hear a bell ring in my life.
Yeah, I know.
Even on my fifth watch, like hearing the like it's so
Yeah,
effective because you don't need to see very much. The
no.
effects aren't that great, but just hearing the bell getting
Mm,
closer. Oh,
yeah, it's a
and
gr-
they
it's
really, in terms of a filmmaking perspective, I think they're really well disciplined with this. They don't go over the top and show you too much. They show you enough, but it is very effective in how sparing they are with showing these things,
hmm.
right?
yeah, absolutely.
So the
Um,
guys are at a fever pitch and they decide to get out. Is this the point where they hear the storm, which we knew has come from the weather, has blown one of their doors closed because of trees falling on it?
well, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit here. Are we meant to believe that the storm, because it's, and again, forgive me if I got this wrong. There's a bit at the end where they say, "Oh, we've just had 5 days of beautiful sunshine," right?
I think it could be trickery because going to the final scene, when the son hears the cop's voice
Yeah.
and it's actually
Oh
Jane
God,
Doe,
yeah.
like she could totally be playing mind tricks on them, like with the axe incident a bit later, mind tricks.
Yeah.
What's her bloody problem? what,
So
what,
I
why,
didn't do it.
why is she punishing these guys though? Do we
I
know?
mean, punishing these guys, I get it, Ben. You know, some blokes and then some horrible things where you'd be right
Mm.
to have a go at blokes in general. You've had some terrible things. Don't know what little pussycat's done to you though,
Yeah, that's true.
which is famously quite like him.
Mm. Oh yeah, of course. Is it just all bets are
Maybe
off?
maybe because he was allied with
Mm.
Brian Cox.
Just all bets are off. I guess we don't know what life Jane Doe lived. And
I mean, I guess we'll explore that in a little bit because when we get into the final themes, it comes up there. But I guess at this point, the lights go off and the guys are encountering the bodies, right, that are coming, and they try to leave via the lift. It's coming down very Resident Evil slowly.
mm.
Um, and unfortunately,
Oh, a
it
tree
is.
a tree on top of the other
Yeah,
exit as well.
tree on top of the things. They can't. The lift is the only way out, and then you see like you get some great snippets of like the body that we saw earlier with the face covered because the face had been like smashed off, coming closer and it's ringing the bell. And you see some flashes of it on screen. Brian Cox in fear sort of lashes out with the axe just as the lift arrives. You'll never guess if he bash like you would be. Oh,
That is brutal. I guess we did skip over like the first big scare when they're in his office as well.
yeah,
When they're in his office, they try and make the phone
behind the
calls.
shower curtain.
The shower curtain.
Oh wait, that's a good one as well. I was talking about the old mouth and
Yeah,
eyes thing at the door. Is
they
that
bash through the
before?
door, don't they? And they see them through a crack in the door.
The shower curtain's a great one though because it is literally like a figure there, and he goes to say "Dad," and there's nothing there, but then he gets slurped off in
Yeah,
the bathroom and done in. Well, not done in, but just
beaten up,
beaten up. few,
absolutely decked by
few
them.
kidney punches into him. But yeah, that scare with the other side of the door, and we talked about those scares before. I guess like that's one of the most effective ones. Do you think, Shannon?
Oh, definitely. Like looking under the door and like all you see is a pair of feet but it's just knowing who they belong to and seeing the bell terrifying.
Sometimes you just need that shadow on the other side of the door. I feel like that's good enough as a scare. Like just thinking, is someone out there? And then you just see that shadow. And sometimes the doorknob turning a little bit. You're like, oh God.
Yeah, knowing you're the only two people that should be in the building,
Mm.
but seeing the shadow of someone through the crack in a door or underneath, terrifying.
I feel like Austin's reaction is quite understated though. He kind of just goes, "Oh bloody hell." He
Yeah.
doesn't. He doesn't like scream or like
Before that night was over, I would have got so many people accidentally with that axe because
swinging it like
I would have never calmed down.
windmilling
Yeah,
with an axe in each hand.
windmilling, axe in one, my keys in the other.
Oh no. Oh, just murder and everyone who came to save you. But yeah, obviously then we get the scare with the shower curtain, and then as you said, the unfortunate. I feel like, and again, I wonder if you guys agree, their reactions to this are so legit, are so genuine, like how people would react.
Hmm.
First of all, complete disbelief. Second of all, just pure sorrow at the fact of what's happened. The way
Yeah.
Brian Cox is kind of like trying to reason with it. No, I just wanted to. I tried to do this. I tried to do. It's so real that I
And his
just thought,
son gets it, right? Because I don't think at any point
yeah,
he's particularly angry with his
no,
dad.
no, no. He'd be angry with you for windmilling, but but Brian
Oh
Cox
yeah,
get away with it.
and you'd be right to be Ben. Like to be fair, it's not a bad version of this film where he does have some resentment to his dad because he acted in fear and accidentally killed his
Mm,
girlfriend
His
because
girlfriend.
that'd come a bit sharp, wouldn't it?
It's
yeah.
such a brutal reaction
Yeah.
that, like, so much turmoil.
Yeah,
When
and
they
a bit
put
like the cat, there is no, well, they're injured. It's like this person is instantly dead.
Hmm.
and they put what they put on there like a coat as well. Like yeah, it is. It is just like really unfortunate. It's the wrong word, but like you just go, really? That feels so unfair. Like to everyone involved, you know?
Yeah.
And again, what's she done?
Well, I think she wanted to see the dead body. She wanted to be a dead body. That's what she wanted. This is what she really
Careful what
wanted.
you wish for, is it?
Yeah. I think just before is when they tried to set Jane on fire as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it is
And
just
that's why
before
she
that bit.
lashes out, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we think it's okay.
Because
That
the
makes
original plan is like the cat to put her in the furnace, right? But that's going to take too long, and they get in there, and all of her organs that they've taken out of the body, now they're not inside her anymore, are
Oh
starting to
yeah.
rapidly decompose.
She's gonna be fuming about that as well. That's my organs, that is.
I
The bit
think
when the
it's
sun,
weird. Sorry.
sorry, go ahead.
I
Okay.
think it's weird the son goes from like trauma over his girlfriend. I think they sit for a bit and chat, and then he's like, "We need to finish this. We need to finish the autopsy." They go from being scared and be like, "Oh, like holy shit, she's coming for us," to we need to finish this autopsy and work out why she died to try and figure out how to stop her.
Yeah.
I would just be like, I just need to get
Yeah.
out. We don't need to finish shit. Like,
Yeah.
we just
How,
need to
how,
go.
how long do her powers reach? Can she get me
Hmm.
if I go down the road? Can she get me if I go to a different state? I don't reckon she can. But
Yeah,
I
we've
guess
always talked about what is the physical range of Ghost.
probably like if she could see you, she's like Nightcrawler. If she can
That,
see where she needs to,
yeah.
when she needs to get you, she'll get you.
Oh, so yeah, so like it's not like the Blair Witch couldn't get you at Disneyland
Well,
out of
maybe.
state.
Is it like one of those things that like I guess mid 2000s horror, early 2000s horror, there was this kind of thing with a lot of supernatural movies where if you put the person who's haunting you to rest, if you find their remains, put them to rest, maybe avenge something for on behalf of them,
Yeah,
it kind of like
as long as a
absolves
dog called
you.
Jason doesn't piss on the grave, they won't come back to life.
Yeah, I guess I'm mainly thinking of The Ring, but I think
Or
it
drag
happened.
me to hell.
Drag Me to Hell as well, of course. Yeah, I feel like it's happened a lot more as well.
I think it's
Hmm.
come from like, a long history of storytelling where ghosts have existed because of an unfinished business, and you help
Yeah.
put those to rest, and then and then that's it. Like what happens to that bad woman in Casper? Done in, sent to the shadow realm once and for all. by our unfinished business being concluded. But um, I think it is with, maybe The Ring was one of the early films that subverted that. They were like, oh no, some ghosts are just dicks, and you can
Yeah.
do the thing that they wanted to, and do the thing that would supposedly appease their spirit. I mean, no, sometimes when you just fucked off, but you actually don't want any help, you go storming in, you're having a sulk, and you're like, I'm in a really bad mood, and your partner like goes, oh, can I get you something? You might feel better if you have something. No, fuck off, I don't want anything. I'm not in the mood for anything that
I
would
want to
make.
feel angry. I want to feel it.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood to be made to feel better. I want to be unhappy.
Toddlers.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna say. Toddlers feel like that.
yeah.
Godless. Yeah. So yeah, obviously they try and set Jane ablaze. Very quickly, like the whole room lights on fire. Um,
I mean, Shannon's pointed out some of the health and safety faux
yeah.
pas in this
What
office.
I liked about
What's
this
the
was that
ceiling made of? Shell suit?
what I liked
Goes
about
like
this
bloody Christmas.
is that when Austin was like, "Let's burn it," Tommy was like, "Hell yeah, let's burn it." Also, use me bloody matches. Let's do it. The old bloody pack of them straight on there. Um, so yeah, the whole room lights on fire. They extinguish it, but the body is still intact at
His
this
dad's
stage.
micromanaging when he gets the fire extinguisher. He's like, pull the. Oh no, Dad!
Is it a foam one or the one that?
That's for electrical fires.
Oh God!
His dad is like, pull the pin out. Do you want to do it?
I think the
I
I
told
think
you it's a proper accurate like parent and child
yeah.
situation.
Pull the pin out. Not that one. Fucking
Point it at the base of the fire.
hell. Idiot. Um.
Listen,
So
Dad. Last time one of us did a manual thing, you axed my girlfriend in the face just a minute
so
ago.
in
So
terms of
maybe keep your advice about using a fire extinguisher to your bloody self.
the order, I think they killed the girlfriend now, right?
Yes, they do. So
Obviously.
Mm.
Yeah.
technically, I will take it back. His dad was fine to
Yeah.
criticize him
His
on
dad went,
using a fire extinguisher.
if your girlfriend turns up, I'm killing her. Just to spite
It
you.
was revenge.
It was
That's why he
revenge.
had the axe. But no, listen, mate, I saw what you did with the extinguisher. I'll be taking this axe, thank you,
Mm.
so you can use it properly.
It's after that, and I'm only skipping over it because we've already talked about it, but they return to the examination room, and yeah, this is where they're going to like finish the autopsy. And that's where they get a little bit of brain, out. Um, and they discover that Jane's neurons are still active, and obviously they're like,
Still
that's
alive, they're
impossible.
spelling like things. I am a ghost.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, her heart's out of her body, and it's impossible, really. And this is where they re-examine the cloth, realize the markings refer to Leviticus 20:27, which condemns witches in the year 1693, the date of the Salem witch trials as well. What does Tommy say about the witch trials? Because he's got like a bit of knowledge about it, hasn't
He says that the girls, like none of the girls were actually
he? Mm.
witches. It was just spread amongst the girls as like gossip or being mean, which got like a bunch of women
Mm.
killed.
And you
Yeah.
were there, were you, Tommy? You knew that there was no witches. Nah,
Listen, he's probably seen the seminal bit of Vincent Price cinema. Your mate, Ben, Matthew Hopkins, the
Oh my
Witchfinder
God,
General.
Witchfinder General. He's obsessed with accusing people of being a witch in that film.
He is.
All right, how are you? Good morning. Actually, it's 1 minute past 12. It's actually afternoon. Witch. Get out.
The slightest mistake. No, but those are the cases, right? Like
Mm,
they are the cases that obviously IRL, which is in that sense the word not real. It was just the persecution of women in the past,
Mm.
and in this religious fervor, they would accuse people of it, and then people who were scared would accuse other people, and it basically spread like wildfire. And in getting
Yeah,
confessions from people, people would be offered some degree of leniency if you stitch up someone else and accuse them of being a witch. So loads of
passes the blame
people,
from you.
yeah, exactly.
brutal.
They
So
should have. Have you seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
yeah, we should have weighed them.
They should have weighed Jane Doe against a duck.
Yeah, and the witch
Just
in
when
that
they
at
were going
least.
wrong.
At least that witch had the sensor. That's actually a fair cop. It's fine. I am a witch.
You got me.
Um,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah,
So that was one of the things that kind of got me because I thought at this point, is it going to be a case of this is a spirit thing because of all these women that were falsely murdered and it created like a revenge ghost? But I think the more straightforward reading of the film is that no, this woman actually was just a witch
Hmm.
and is
yeah.
pissed off
What it's
about that because she got.
that's what I felt like it was. Here it says her brutal murder inadvertently transformed her into a real witch, rendering her immortal and able to feel whatever pain her body endures, though she appears to be dead. I mean, this I think that's kind of just a guess based on the
That's
plot.
kind of a read, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's a big inconvenience to be inadvertently turned into a witch and have the devil's sharpie like symbols on the inside of your skin.
Mm.
I assumed she was just an actual witch who couldn't be killed.
Yeah. I think that makes more sense. It because there's a lot of like guesswork here because it says, oh, Tommy and Austin sort of say, oh, she's keeping us alive because she wants us to suffer the way she has. Look at her face. See? I knew it. Just like the same facial expression the whole time.
And that's where Tommy like does a the ring style heart to heart, right? Because everything's going awry. The zombie folks are coming in even
Yep.
more.
It's
And
all
Tommy
going
goes,
wrong.
take me, let me help. Like he wants to, because the reason they've gone back to finish the autopsy isn't because they were big fans of Halo 2 and they heard Master Chief say they want to finish the fight at the time. Halo 3 was already out by this point, they've done it. So that is just their thing, that what they like to do is they finish a job. And one of the other things that Tommy says to his son earlier is, we always finish a job around
Mm.
here.
Hmm.
That's the other one thing that we do other than not make assumptions. Um, so
And not
like,
follow good hygiene.
yeah, not follow good hygiene. Rule number three of Autopsy Club. Um, start fires willy-nilly.
Start fires just in the middle of the morgue.
Um, yeah, so that's why they go back and they follow those principles through to finish the autopsy. Um, and then they realize this is when Tommy surmises that like all these falsely accused people and she wants us to feel her pain,
Mm.
and then very briefly gets taken to the water tank where 11 does her psychic powers where everything is just black.
Mm.
And then we never hear her say anything to them, but like my read of this was that like I feel like she has communicated with him in some way.
Mm.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
there was making some sort of bargain kind of
mm.
situation.
and then basically he just basically all the wounds she's got, Tommy just gets them. Blackened lungs, milky eyes, lacerate.
Snapped,
What was that? Oh my God, I
snapped
forgot
arms
about
and
that.
legs.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
She proper Vecnas him, doesn't she?
Juventus. I thought so. Her wounds simultaneously healed. Did you think maybe there was a chance she was going to return to life at this
Yeah.
point?
She So when the son leaves the room and goes to go up the stairs, I only noticed this on my rewatch last night.
Mm.
Behind him, as he's walking up the stairs, you can see her like a white pale figure,
Yeah.
like stood up behind him and like walk around. So it
I
could be one
didn't
of the
notice that.
other corpses, but it
Mm.
it could be her maybe.
Well, obviously, with the final shot of the film, like we do understand that I guess she is returning to life in some way, or can return to life
Yeah.
with the old toe twitch.
Yeah, I thought that she was gonna like steal his life force and then go, right,
Mm.
there's fair. You can explain this to Sheldon, but I'm off.
So Tommy begs Austin to stab him to end his suffering. He just like stabs him in the belly button or something. Or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a mortal wound to me.
His life's on red. It's like you're playing Street Fighter and you've got him down to red already. If you get him in the shin, you're knocking Dalsim out. But
He's getting poison damage.
yeah.
Little stab in the belly button, you're done
Yeah,
for.
so please, I'm on. I'm literally bottomed out. One little thing will do it. So it goes like, it's a bit like Kate
3
Beckinsale
HP.
in Van Helsing, when they go through that thing and then basically Van Helsing knocks her onto that sofa and that's enough to finish her.
Oh yeah.
And she goes,
What's that about? Knocks her onto the sofa. Or like
onto a chaise longue, and she's like, Oh, there's a sharp spring in that. And unfortunately, my battle with Dracula has depleted me.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, when
enough.
Gwen Stacy dies in The Amazing Spider-Man, he catches her. She falls like an extra inch and dies.
He just taps her head ever so slightly on the floor. Um, yeah, that's what happens to him. Basically, he's on red, and then he does one last stab, and it finishes him off.
Oh,
Do you
I don't
reckon if
I'm
he'd
laughing at that.
and again, this is another summary thing because I think one I like this about the film. It leaves so much of it ambiguous. You never ever get a full answer. I feel like Ben, I'm very surprised that you're not just going to whip out the novelization of this film on your shelf because it feels like one that
Yeah,
would
that'd
have
be
a
good.
novelization that maybe gives you some of these answers.
You could look at it in so many different ways. You could look at it as like one of those two was just like possessed and killed all the others. Well, I guess Austin would be the most likely, wouldn't it? Like he killed
Yeah,
the girlfriend he killed. Like we're experiencing this as like his the sort of hallucination maybe that Jane Doe has created for him. That could
Hmm.
easily be another take on it, but obviously, yeah, everything being ambiguous is a lot more interesting. I don't
yeah.
know if you've got any
We're never
any
we're never going to get it. So
no.
Austin, this is what I was going to ask the two of you. Do you think if Austin hadn't killed Tommy, would that have preserved this like bargain? And she'd have gone, right, you get to stay fucked up and I'll get better,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
then I'll let
maybe.
let your son off?
She's got no intention of that though, is she? She's just hell bent on
Wrong
it.
and yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought, like, what if it's all in the son's head? Like,
Hmm.
from start to finish. Like, he
Yeah.
wants to move away. He's scared to tell his dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Doesn't
he
want to go
makes
and
the
see
whole
that
thing
film.
up, kills his dad, kills his girlfriend, kills himself.
Mm. Bloody hell, mate. That's a bit of it. That's a bit extreme. Just lie. Just tell a
Just
white
talk to
lie.
you. Just talk to you. Just run away. Get a little
Yeah.
bindle and a little stick.
That's the answer to it. Just run away.
Well, maybe his mum didn't actually commit suicide and he's actually just a little psychopath serial
Oh my
killer.
God.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
And he killed Stanley. There you
Don't know how I
go.
feel about that.
yeah.
Oh yes, because that is unexplained. So yeah, that
Maybe he's
could
got
Blown
easily.
this
split
case wide
personality or
open.
something.
Hmm.
Shannon, you are the Tommy
Yeah, you've
of
split
this
it right up.
podcast. You're not going to stop until you found the cause.
Yes. There we go.
Um, yeah, so I guess at this point we think the morning is coming. We got Sheldon. He's banging
Mm.
on the door saying, we're moving the tree. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you
So
out."
not only is Jane, so yeah, we're spoiling it, I know, but not only is Jane Doe like creating this, she's managed to create like the machinery, the
Mhm.
like, she's doing everything. She's like
She's got a whole Foley studio up there. She's got one of those wobble boards like
it's a real
wobbling there.
Truman Show
Yeah.
situation. Get a rain coming down, get a tree, get him shouting, loads of other voices. Yeah, she is.
Shannon is Michael Winslow from Police Academy. She's like, woo, woo, woo. She's like, he's like, and she's like, what's he got? He's got the whole world. God damn it!
Ah,
She's gaslit you into hymns
yeah,
again.
that's just a piss taking it. And
Yeah.
I
What does he actually say? It's like, let the sun shine in or
it's a
something
song,
like.
isn't it? Is it the same song that was on the radio? Is
Yeah.
that pretty much what
Yeah.
it was? Yeah. It's the main theme. And we knew at this point he leans back against that banister and it's wonky.
And he
And
holes it, doesn't he?
and we've all seen the opening gambit of a casualty episode to know that's not a good sign.
She does casualty the entire cast of this.
Yeah.
If that would be an episode of Casualty, if at some point someone said, "Don't mess about with that axe,
Don't mess about with that. Don't swing that axe like a madman.
stop
Um
windmilling with that axe, will you? I just do want to get nervous."
so yeah, and then oh yeah, and he sees a vision of Tommy's ghost. Is that what happens? Fast track to being a ghost? He's been dead 45 seconds.
Immediately a ghost because you've been Jane Doe'd.
Yeah.
Um, Sheldon and the crew come in, And they
Oh
go,
wait, sorry. Did did you think this was the end? I mean, the first time you saw it, Shannon, I guess. Did you think this was it?
I I didn't think this would happen. I think to kill all your main characters is shocking. It's
Yeah.
really nice to see though because obviously you have final girls, so you're
Mm,
so used to at least one person getting away. So I really enjoyed the fact that everyone was just
yeah.
a goner. I think Jane Doe is like the greatest villain of all time
Mm,
because
Jane
she
Doe is
came
also
in,
the final girl.
she got the job done. They're
mm.
all done. They're all dead.
And she didn't
Boss
lift a
job.
bloody finger, not physically, at least. She's just unbothered. She's an unbothered icon, just getting people, killing people without even closing her mouth. Close that gob, will you, for God's sake. Um,
So so Sheldon and the gang, they arrive and they go, "What's happened here?
bloody hell.
Tommy's been slightly stabbed."
Slightly.
Tommy's been stabbed, but it's half an inch under his skin. He's dead. I'd be like, this is your fault, Sheldon, for overworking people, telling people to work all through the night for your unacceptable deadlines.
It's just getting back at your boss. All right, you can't live with having one unexplained death on your hands, are you? See you like four.
What's more than that, isn't it? It's more. It's like 4, 5, 8.
Why the cash is in this in this thing?
Oh, yeah, it's a shit show. You never work it out.
So yeah, he basically decides better that so they're going to bury everyone else, but take all the other bodies. Jane Doe can go across to the next town.
Yeah, is it easy enough to do that? Can you just go send her to the next town? Don't.
Send her to another county.
Yeah, can they not go? Excuse me, but why? They just go nah.
How do you end the curse of Jane Doe? Because probably, unless these guys do it in the day shift, really quick, you need to send it to a real slapdash coroner who's going to go, uh, heart attack.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
Get her in the
rebury
ground.
her.
Yeah.
rebury her in the peat. Get yourself down B&Q. Get some bags of peat. Get her in there.
Don't know if you can buy peat compost in
No,
this economy, Ben.
I don't know
It's all
about
peat free.
that. So yeah, it gets taken to Virginia Commonwealth University, and then during the ambulance ride, the radio spontaneously turns on, same song, and Jane's toe twitches. Yeah.
And the bell rings.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the bell rings. Yeah, of course. Did she even have a? She must have had a bell on her. Yeah.
Yeah.
She must have liked it when she saw him there. She thought, that's a nice, cute story. I'll take that along with me.
Yeah. There we go. Terrified. Um, and that's it. That's the end. That is the autopsy of Jane Doe. We are going to rate the movie. I feel like I know what you're going to do, Shannon, but still, we'll rate it anyway. A to F, pluses and minuses allowed. How would you rate the autopsy of Jane Doe, Shannon?
A plus.
Straight in there.
Yeah, I also love the fact that it's a bit ambiguous. A big reason I love Twin Peaks is because nobody understands Twin Peaks. David Lynch didn't understand Twin Peaks. Like, I love
No.
anything that you can form a million different conclusions for.
Mm,
You could watch it a million times and probably pick up more things each time.
yeah. Yeah, I think I appreciate that nature of it as well, the ambiguous nature. Any advance on that, Andy? Well, you can't advance on A plus.
You
That's
can't
kind
advance on A plus. There's nowhere to go.
Would you say?
Triple
Sorry,
locked A plus.
I guess just to advance on that. Sorry, not advance, but just to further cement that A plus. Would you say it's just because it's a film you like to recommend to people all the time, or do you think it's just like one of those films that just because it actually scares you? Is that why you would say?
I think because it actually scares me, and that
Mhm.
doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, it's good a reason as any. Andy, what you saying?
I think watching it again now, and I think the exposure to a fan who clearly has been able to point out some things that maybe I'd looked hadn't caught again. Even watching it this time, I think I picked up on more subtleties, but I didn't see that white figure, for example, in that last scene. It is a film with depth and stuff that I think there's a lot to enjoy about. So We have boosted my rating a little bit in this watching from the original, Ben. I think we're going to a B. We're going
Yeah,
to a B. An
yeah.
interesting, well-made, tightly scripted
Mm.
little proposition there. Like, does it might have maybe a little bit too ambiguous for me. It might have like just a little soupçon of an answer here or there, maybe a little bit
Oh,
more guidance other than ghosts of dicks. But
yeah.
I did enjoy this, and I like the subtlety of the scares. I think really, really restrained filmmaking, and I can reward that.
I guess on that note, when you say about having a bit more explanation, how would you feel, Shannon, about a prequel? Do you feel like it would need that, or do you feel like that would be one step too far? Because, yeah, the ambiguous nature is probably good enough.
I feel like I'd probably prefer a sequel to a prequel because I'd like to see
Hmm.
her cause more havoc elsewhere. Maybe not necessarily an autopsy situation,
Yep.
but I don't
Okay.
know, someone buys a house, she's buried under the patio,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and they discover her.
Interesting.
Um,
Or they
yeah,
don't discover, and terrible
unless
things ensue.
unless the prequel went right back to like when she was alive and how she became in that
Jane Doe
state.
Origins,
Hmm.
Mm.
not the Nun Origins, Ben, where she just was.
But non oranges.
Yeah.
She loves a bit of citrus fruit, that nun. So I'm being
You
a,
don't know. Maybe that's how it happened.
I'm just being a twat.
Got
I
tangoed.
was gonna go for B as well because even though I rated it 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd, I still feel like three's good. I
Hmm.
always give something a 3, and I give it a like as well when I do a 3 star.
B
Um,
and a three.
a B and
They
a 3.
rhyme.
I would say I think the setup's great. I feel like the two central performances are great. I feel like yeah, it is genuinely creepy. Um, as I said, I know it's a short film. I know that's kind of the point. I feel like it goes through the motions maybe a tad quick for me. And I don't know. I feel like some of the moments, like axing the girlfriend, I don't know. For some reason, it feels too soon in terms of the. I feel like it could have easily been a bit later and had more impact. But still, I think apart from that, it's a very, very effective. It's very atmospheric. So I will go for a B, and that 3 star could easily go up to 3.5. So I'll evaluate it. You'll see, Shannon, what I put on
Yeah.
Letterboxd. Whether the peer pressure is too much for me.
Yeah, Shannon's going to go and do a round of every other podcast that's done this and like, right, let's see if I can get you to boost your rating a little bit. Let's
Yeah.
bring up the average.
I'm single-handedly promoting it years after its release.
And she's like, I will get a sequel to this.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm assuming you're looking forward to Passenger as well, then.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, there we go. So that is the autopsy of Jane Doe. That was fun. Thanks for joining us, Shannon. It's
Thank
been
you so much for having me.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you. Join us again. Of course, you'll be more than welcome. Where can our listeners find you online? Keep up to speed with everything you're up to.
So I'm at spooky_fox_horror on Instagram and TikTok.
Amazing. We will put links in the show notes, of course, as we always do. Thank you, everybody, for listening. If you enjoyed the show, become a patron at patreon.com/horror hangout. Thanks to our patrons over there. Thanks to Taj Easton for our theme music. Thanks to Acast and Rusty Quill for hosting the show. Please consider giving us a rating or review. 5 stars or A plus only. Um,
Yeah,
just
if you could. Otherwise, keep your filthy opinions to yourselves. You know where else you can rate a review has been now? Go on
go
old
on.
IMDb.
Oh
It's all,
yeah.
it's all up to date, and only through this commitment to metadata can I tell you, Shannon, congratulations on being the 251st member
Woo!
of Horror Hangouts cast.
Oh yes. You've been working tirelessly, logging every single episode, right?
Yeah, episodes, guests. I am going to go through and do synopses, including ratings and trivia and
Oh
things
my
like that.
God,
I'm
you
putting in
animal.
all of the things that no one but we will ever care about. Like, the first time we do a non-English language film, first things like that. If you never notice anything, guys, I think, Ben, I did make a note in trivia of the episode where you accidentally drink an earwig in your coffee.
Oh yeah. I
All of
remember that.
those
That was a true
hot
horror.
takes will be uploaded as I work my way through, but I am
Oh,
now up to date on episodes, so episode count everything is on there. If you're looking for guests and what episode they appeared on, they're all there.
Amazing.
I've also built an IMDb list of all the films we've covered and given on main episodes. So
Oh my
actually, our
God.
coverage numbers are far beyond our number of episodes because of like festival
Mm.
episodes. Bonus episodes and interviews are on there as well, all linked up with the people. So if you're searching for horror hangout based trivia, you'll find it all there.
I'm going to add that to the show notes because I don't think it's on the main links for anything. So let's add it to that. Amazing work. We're on. Where did I get to with the outro? We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, horrorhangout.co.uk for everything in one place. Next week, May begins. We've already mentioned all the films that are coming out in May. But our episode, this may be subject to change, but I'm going to put it out there now. Our episode list should be Exit 8, Hokum, Obsession, and Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. So 3 new releases, and then Behind the Mask, obviously, because the sequel's been confirmed as well. So sounds good.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes. Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us again, Shannon.
Thank you so much.
It's been amazing. Right. Catch up
Yeah,
with you
lovely
guys
to see
soon.
you. See you later. Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.